time starts on reset in the first game, and I'll let you know when it ends on the last one. I'll
Oh, hell
probably
yeah.
say like when time ends in each individual game, but you don't actually have to stop the timer just to like
Nah.
signify that it finished a game.
Nah, I won't stop the timer. It won't work
Yeah.
anyway. All right.
All right.
Okay then. 3, 2, 1, go.
Smurf.
Okay then.
All right.
2, 1.
So this is
Go.
King's Quest 1,
Smurf!
the Quest for the Crown.
All right.
So this is King's Quest 1, the Quest for the Crown. The lore behind it is the King Edward, the ruler of Daventry, is dying and is missing 3 of his treasured items, and entrusts Sir Graham in this game to go about Daventry and find them. The game runs on the AGI engine, which is just a really simple text parser based game with directional movements. We employ what we call zipping, which is essentially it's just sending the game to fastest and having a number of set routes or set movements that we do that are always it's just
Yeah, I figured I shouldn't go for this, but oh well.
Yeah, you can keep trying it, man. It's pretty much just it's pretty much a set path that we follow that's fast. So you're essentially going to see him ping-ponging all over the place, but no matter what, unless he messes up, he won't stray from that path. There's really not much to say about this, so to speak, other than you're just going to keep going around, getting the items. And this route, or I should say, this game goes by pretty quick. Current world record is just under 2 minutes. So, I guess I could just say where he's going and what he's doing. The first thing that we get is the mirror, which you have to throw away thing of water at a dragon to get it to crawl out of its cave.
Rollin Deep, 100 bits. Whoa!
Nice. And the next one is he has to jump and catch a condor, or is it an eagle? I forget. Which will bring him over to a little island where he falls in and has to get a shield from some leprechauns.
Being a real piece right now. It's pretty much RNG whether or not you can actually get onto the bird, just because it moves so fast.
For the most part, you pretty much just have to keep mashing the crap out of the jump button with just circle. Also, oof.
Yeah, oof.
A lot of this game can seem pretty simple in like how you run it, but you know, to go fast, a lot of these inputs have to pretty much be 100% muscle memory. So anyways, I don't know if you guys can hear the sound, but leprechauns sound really nice. Imagine living in there. Ooh. So anyways, after he gets the shield, the next thing is to get a chest. And if you may have seen him talk to a gnome, his name is IFNKGROGRP something or another. But anyways, his name doesn't matter because he gives us a key to this tunnel right here. We follow the tunnel up here and get up to the top of a...
This is Rumpelstiltskin backwards.
It's basically Rumpelstiltskin backward in a cryptogram. I'd explain it, but it's not important to this run. Maybe in Hundo if that ever gets routed, or if anyone ever cares to run it. So we are go up there, get the giant, and then you get the chest from him. We have the shield, which makes us invulnerable, so he doesn't do anything to us. And then we return to Edward and become the king.
The time for the first game is right there.
Done. Okay, cool. Yep, King Edward dies when he gets his treasures, and that is that.
It's kind of funny. I mean, he dies either way, whether or not you fulfill your quest or not.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like whether or not you bow to him or
even return his treasures.
Yeah.
Right? Makes you wonder, why do we even get the treasures? This is an any percent run. Maybe low percent. Anyways, this is the next game is going to be King's Quest 2, Romancing the Throne. This game follows...
Oh yeah, romance. Oh, yeah.
This one follows King Graham. He's now the king.
Oh, I got Batman!
Ooh, Batman. I run blessed.
I want to know the percentage chance on that, because it's not very high.
I mean, in the old route when we used to cycle Hagatha's room quite often, you'd see it, obviously, but as far as now, not often. Anyways, he's searching for a bride, and when he's sitting there on his throne, he sees a vision in his magic mirror of Queen Valen, or of this woman named Valanice, communicates with him and says, "Come and save me." She's stuck in an ivory tower, old girl in the tower. That's going to be prominent later in one of the games. So essentially what you're doing in this game is there's a magic door that leads to where Valanice is, and you have to, you guessed it, get 3 items to go and open the doors and go over there. This game is, as far as mechanics go and how it goes, it is a lot harder than King's Quest 1 because
Oh, yeah, harder.
the biggest yeah. The biggest thing is that there's
Biggest
RNG
thing.
all over the place.
Ah,
Big. There's RNG
Yeah.
everywhere. And there's a crazy old lady named Hagatha who's the strongest thing in existence because if you say try to
Oh.
kill her, she said she'll snap you in half.
yeah, that sounds pretty lethal.
And a dwarf that robs you, and an enchanter that turns you into a frog, blah blah blah. So pretty much you're just gonna be seeing him navigating Kolima and getting the stuff. That's pretty much it.
Just got a magic lamp, better rub it a little bit, you know what I mean?
Yep,
Ah.
a little rod. Got a red lamp.
Put the bridle on the snake so you can talk to the horse, because the snake was actually a horse the whole time.
Mm-hmm. This area up here is actually, I think it's the cave where the enchanter lives. Something like that. I'm not sure though.
I messed up the zip. I don't even know what to do now.
Fudge it.
Yeah, basically.
This game is pretty much an example of the if it ain't broke, don't fix it mentality. So they literally just copied the first game and added little optimizations here and there using the same exact engine.
Lots of RNG
No.
everywhere.
RNG all over. They like that.
That just straight up kills you. Or you lose items which end up making you soft lock. So typical
True.
80s, I'm sorry. Typical 80s adventure game where you just
Dead
can
ends
lose
everywhere.
with no remorse.
Dead ends everywhere. Leisure Suit Larry games are really bad with that. So he's gotten 2 of the keys now. The next place he's going to go to is Dracula's castle because you just got it.
Yeah, exactly what we were just talking about there. The
Mm-hmm.
ways that you can lose a run without even having a chance to save yourself.
Nope. I've run this game too many freaking times and I've tried my hardest to route it out, but it's impossible. You can only do so much. So anyways, you get to the beginning of Dracula's castle. The whole thing is just a big maze. The first thing that we do is there's these brambles right here, and it's like a maze because as soon as you touch any of those, Graham immediately dies from poison. So anyways, you open up the door and Thriller plays right there at the opening. All like, what is it, 2-bit or something? I don't really know. So
And then what's the other one? The like Dracula theme
the
plays
Bach,
as soon as you come in. Yeah.
the Bach composition.
Yeah.
So anyways, all we're really doing here is just navigating. Graham said we get a candle, light it so that we can see when we go down these big thing of stairs, not these ones that we're seeing right here. Grab a ham because hey, free food.
What the frick?
And watch out, man! If you do that, you didn't light the candle.
Apparently not.
Ah, come on, you gotta spark it up!
Come on!
Lighten it up!
We're rolling deep, boys. Anyways, we're gonna see Dracula in a bit. He's spooky. Fortunately, he won't do anything to us. I was kind of curious why you go into that little room right there. There is a zip that's a little bit easier.
Yeah, I have since forgotten it and never relearned because I'm an idiot.
It's okay. This game sucks.
Yeah. Oh no, it's Dracula. Oh wait, never mind. He didn't do anything. Because you're wearing a silver cross from the monk.
Yep. Bye, Drac. Anyways, the whole thing of us talking to that horse up on top of the mountain is that he gives us a magic sugar cube that if you eat it, suddenly you're immune to poison. At least you think you are, you know.
So you're all hyped up on sugar. All right.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you got it from a guy that's just kind of like.
Creepy man giving you candy, right?
Nothing wrong with that.
I mean, you take it, then you go inside of a door, and suddenly you're over here in this magic land, fishing and getting fish, and then swimming with them, and it's all different stuff.
Yeah, nothing weird happened there.
Nothing weird happens, you know. Game doesn't get weird or anything. So, anyways, now we get to the tower where there's a girl at the top, and we need to climb some stairs or winding. I guess
But there's a lion in the way.
And then there's a lion who's scary. So we ran away from it. So the lion is just hungry. Most animals are just hungry, so you just throw them the ham that we found in Dracula's castle. We open the door, our lovely lady's there. Instead of hugging her or kissing her, you just go home.
And by home, apparently the game means that wedding chapel.
Yep. Just immediately 100% set up perfectly. Alright, so now we're into King's Quest 3, the best one.
Best one?
By far. Yep. There's nothing crazy about this one.
Chickens. It would be chickens on this run.
It would be chickens, freaking chickens. Oh well. You can always manipulate them by saving and reloading.
There are, what, 4 different chores you can get?
Yeah, there
Kitchen, office, bedroom, and chickens.
Yep, that's it.
And this is the only one that really like loses time over the others.
Yeah. This one takes RNG to an extreme. This is the most volatile run in all of the whole series, like by bar none. It's freaking crazy. As far as the lore goes, you're following this boy named Gwydion, who, as far as he's known, has always lived in servitude to the evil wizard Manannan up here on top of a mountain above the town of, is it Kalima in this one?
No, this one's Ludor.
Ludor, yeah. And basically, the story goes that Manannan has had many servants throughout his life. I don't even know if Manannan really ages or he's old. That's up in the air. But essentially, he keeps a servant from childhood, and literally as an infant, all the way until they're 18, and then he kills them. And it just so happens that it's, I believe, one day before Gwydion's 18th birthday. So essentially, he has to find a way to escape. Now, of course, this being a Daventry game, a King's Quest game, it, of course, has something to do with King's Quest and the lore. And that gets revealed later on. So anyways, the first 5 minutes of this game are essentially free. This game runs on a real-time clock, as you can see left of the sound and right of the score. And what that means is that it's different actions or different scripts that the wizard plays out is tied to the real-time clock. So what we're going to do is sit here for about 2 minutes and 30 seconds until 5 minutes on the clock. Well, about 4:50, and then the wizard is going to pop up and go on a journey.
Oh yeah, dank wizard weed. Hell yeah.
Yep, he's got to go do a run.
So no matter what, he has to give you one chore. So at that 5 minute point, he'll normally go on a journey. But if he hasn't given you a chore yet, or if you have not fulfilled that chore, he won't go away. If you haven't done one yet, he'll give you one. And if you didn't finish one, he usually punishes you, right? He like turns you into a snail or something.
You get turned into a snail. You go back to your room. You get locked in there. You get hung up in the kitchen by your feet. So all the blood goes to your head, or you're forced to do essentially an 80s like workout tape.
Yeah, that sounds pretty dope. Pretty mixtape.
Yeah, so we wait for one chore. We do one chore, and then you hide in the bedroom, and he doesn't appear in your bedroom. So then he can't give you any more chores. Otherwise, he would like constantly be appearing and giving you more chores.
Yep.
why I went and hid all my stuff under the bed is because if you have certain quote unquote magical items which appear with asterisks, nest them into your in your inventory, he'll just straight up zap you and kill you at any time that he finds you. So he always shows up at 5 minutes, and if you have anything magical on you at that time, he'll kill you. Also, you get some weird crashes sometimes if the game's on fastest when he shows up. So I usually run the beginning section just on fast.
Oh snap, it's a party. Bill's here.
Whole King's Quest crew rolling in.
Yep,
Just wait till 7, Jam will show up, no worries.
I'll have to PM and get him off of fucking Minecraft.
So yeah, this is the first of the weights in this game, and this weight is this one alone is longer than any of the other weights in any of the other games in this series. One of the weights in the AGI version of King's Quest IV is longer than this one, but this game also has a about 13.5-minute wait coming up later, where I hear we have some hot RP Godfather content waiting to be sparked up.
Sparking it up!
There we go.
No, yeah, Unlink, I don't know. We might have to do some kind of webcam thing or something. I don't know.
Alright. He's going on his journey. So now it's time to play.
Yep, so first thing we're going to do is take all of our stuff from under our bed, go over to his study, open up his forbidden, cupboard right here, and take his wand, and move a bookshelf, flip a latch, and go down to his laboratory. It's Dexter's laboratory. Fortunately, there's no cat here, because the cat's a little fucker and it'll kill you. Yeah, we need some crap off the shelf. Then we need to cast some spells. Well, a spell first. We're going to be casting about, I think it's 5 spells later on.
Yep,
something like
in
that.
total.
In total. So, first one we're casting is essentially a transform into an animal spell, which is, I should say, the game's form of copy protection. The first 2 games didn't have copy protection. They started getting wise with this one because, don't copy that floppy. Essentially, this entire incantation right here is all laid out in the manual of the game, and you have to write it 100% verbatim. Otherwise, well,
Oh, wow.
you're gonna die.
You're gonna die, man.
You're gonna die.
There
You're probably
are-
gonna see Livo die a few times because he sucks at typing.
Oh, I will die at least once, I guarantee. Hey, there's one. There are a few
There's
interchangeable keywords that you can use when doing the spells, but for the most part, yeah, you have to do exactly as they want you to do.
Yep, the game's pretty interesting with the words. The route is pretty interesting with the words that we use.
Speaking of that, if we have time later, there's some cool things we can show off, like some alternate words in King's Quest 2.
Oh, there's a good one. A real good one. Unfortunately, this isn't Leader's Hilarious. There's a good amount of them in there, too. Alright, so you're not going to do it here yet, but I'll get to it once we... So, essentially what we're going to do here is get all the ingredients we need to cast the spells. First thing we are going to do is, he just zip past it real quick, but it's... we're going to get a cactus from over there. Then we're going to go up here, rob some bandits in their hut. It's RNG as to whether or not they're sleeping or walking around in there. Fortunately, first try we get...
That's very uncommon. For me, anyway.
Not as uncommon as the first try thing that we're going to do later.
Oh, God.
Next thing we need is some mistletoe so that we can hang it above people and ask them to kiss us. And we're going to go to the store, buy lard, oil, and salt with our pilfered money.
The most important thing to do in the speedrun is to walk over here and pet Kenny. And he flaps his tail on the floor. He's a good boy.
Pet pupper. Oh, his name's Ken.
It tells you if you pet him.
And I haven't casualed this game in years.
You've been speedrunning too long, Chuck.
I don't know. I'm ruining all the experience of these games.
All right. So
Yeah,
here's another of the really long waits. This one is variable though. Here I'm gonna have to
Unbelievable.
wait until a bird flies across the top of the screen, and also if it shows up on the screen, it's got a 50-50 chance of dropping a feather. There's a 1 in 4 chance that the bird will show up. If the bird shows up, it can be anywhere between 1 and 14 seconds, based upon the in-game timer. So speeding up the clock here doesn't do anything. Speeding up the game speed doesn't do anything. So I just have to screen out and screen back in as many times as it takes to get the bird to show up, and then also get him to drop a feather.
Everyone in chat, please. Bless RNG. For
Yeah,
the love
really.
of God.
All the prey
We
emotes you got, use them.
We can be here for 30 minutes, literally, no joke. Or even
Hell
longer.
yeah. Hell yeah.
Mm. And if that's the case, I'm going to the store and
Oh,
getting a
one
40.
bird. Oh, he's a good
Well,
boy.
going to the weed store.
Oh yeah.
Oh, we already got fucking lucky.
He's a good boy.
Good boy. Good birdie. Alright, so now that we've gotten the all too wonderful, or all too elusive feather, what we need to do is transform into an eagle by using its feather and the essence, dipping it in there, doing a dab, and we jump, move, pardon me, move really fast. We take that blue spider, drop it in the ocean, and then zip all the way over here to the other screen.
Sometimes the game likes to freeze here, and it doesn't turn you back into a human
Yeah, it's
after dropping off the spider.
I think you have to wait like about 5 or 6 seconds until you really are aware. For the most part. It's really trolling you, isn't it?
Yeah,
Jeez.
it usually isn't so bad. But I guess
Isn't
that's what I get for getting a good feather drop, right? There we go.
Yeah.
That's
This
what
is
we
my
were looking
level.
for.
This is my level of luck, man.
Yeah, right. So another thing to
afterwards
note throughout all of these games, there are a lot of like literary references, mythology references, and like stuff like that. Like earlier in this game, when I went and got that cactus, the reason that you have to move so fast on that screen is because Medusa will show up and she'll turn you to stone. And there are all sorts of things all throughout, like Pegasus earlier, and Karen the boatman taking you to Dracula and all that stuff. It's all throughout all of these games.
Alex is a square. He doesn't like to get stoned. So essentially that
You just...
Oracle.
I can't believe it. You just spoiled.
Huh?
You called him Alex.
Oh, boo. I was just about to explain him. Anyways, Gwydion is named Alex because he's actually Prince Alexander. I was just about to explain it because we went to the Oracle, which just tells you all the lore.
Yeah, it basically tells you that you're not who you thought you were.
Yeah, Gwydion is actually Prince Alexander. Oh, he just fell down. Oops, spinny
Yeah.
head. That's actually a strat in a different version of this game. Nope, hints. Spoilers. But yeah, Manana essentially poofed over to to Daventry and stole you out of your crib. Chose you over your twin sister, Rosella, who we may or may not see later. And says that since then, 18 years have passed, and in the 18 years, a evil three-headed dragon has taken over Daventry and every year requires the sacrifice of a maiden, otherwise it would literally just annihilate.
Whoa! What's going on there with the maidens, man? What's going on?
Wow.
What's happening? What part of them is being sacrificed? What's happening?
Wow.
Wow.
Virgin maidens, by the way. Always. Yeah, pretty much that. Now we get into what we like to call Gwydion teaches typing. So this is the next, I think it's 4 or 5. I don't know. I don't remember. Series of incantations and spells that we need to cast. And you're just going to be seeing him literally typing what you would see in the cockpit production. This is a
Of
very
course,
fun
everything's
speed run.
paraphrased to make it easier or quicker to type.
And we can all thank Bill Bull for that. He did the legwork for just about the entirety of this route. A little optimization that Lumo found by pure chance is that although he is putting spaces in between all the words, that's completely unnecessary. You can literally just string it all together and it'll look like gibberish. And it would process it.
Like that.
Yeah.
Just marathon strats. It's a lot easier for me to read and see my typos if I put spaces in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is a very exciting speedrun. Everyone should try it at least once in their life. Yep, exactly what Bill's saying in chat. The little thing I noticed last time I ran this is that if you have the game muted, you get an extra little text box pop up that says strange music has started playing or something like that. And then it automatically starts playing this music even if you're muted.
Actually having sound as a time save. Imagine that.
Yep.
I swear to God, one of the hardest words to type for me is the word ointment. It just feels so awkward.
Yeah, I found a good way for us to train our typing. We just need to start speedrunning Typing of the Dead.
Mavis Beacon? Oh, okay.
Typing of the Dead. It'll be a lot more fun.
Hug Rock. Smack.
Smack. So enjoy the ASMR of Lumo typing.
It's even better on like mechanical keyboards and whatnot. Like Chuck's stream is pretty good.
Oh yeah. Here. I can't move.
Alright, time for one of the best parts of this game. Probably the best part, if I'm being honest. Also, that's a bad teleport. You can get teleported straight up to the door of the tavern here. So that was unlucky. More bad RNG.
More RNG.
Oh, come on!
Same man.
Fiend.
Come on. So there's a couple of pirates here. Oh, whoops. I mean sailors. I mean pirates. So the first thing you do is you go up to them, you say man. Because you just go up to them, you put your arm on their shoulder, and you say man.
Woo!
And they're like, all fucked up, like, what? You throw them some money, and then you become their cabin boy.
Ooh, the cabin boy.
Yep. So, anyways, we've escaped.
Yeah, they capture you, by the way. They throw you down in the hold.
Yep. So we've escaped, because they're pirates, and, they're jerks. We've escaped Mananan. However, as soon as you get on the boat, I believe, you have about 20-something seconds until he'll show up and kill you. And fortunately, Lumo's real good at that section, so he gets around it real quick.
Yeah, there's some pretty specific zips you can do to go through the hold pretty quickly. And then using extra spaces, you can actually use F3 to retype what you said most previously. If what you said previously is longer than what you have typed out, it'll append any extra characters onto the end, so you can reuse typing out an object like the word box. Like I had to get box, drop box, and jump box. So you can type get and then space box, go over where you're supposed to drop it, type DROP, and then F3. It'll automatically append the extra space and the word box to it, and then similarly type out jump. And then F3, it'll do jump box, and then you can just do F3 and enter again there. It'll do the jump box command again. Also, if you wanted, you could do F3 again there and then delete 3 times to delete the word box, and you jump up onto the rope. So we use that tech all throughout the first 3 games, and a little bit in the 4th game. It's a little bit different, though, in the SCI engine. But there's a lot of optimizations you can do with how you type things out. But I think I got on the boat at 27:14. So 14 minutes and 1 second after that is, 27 15, yeah. So RPG, you got yourself 12 minutes to do whatever you like.
12 minutes? Oh man.
Oh man.
All right, can Unlink get me a webcam? I guess I gotta stream then. Hold up.
That's
Oh wait, Blump Bunny's rolling in.
Rolling in.
Just in time. I mean, he knew it was fucking 40 ounce time.
Ah, I'm
All right,
jealous,
we got.
man.
Where's Unlink? Where's he at?
He's hanging, man. I don't know.
Come on! Very, very important skit here.
Yeah, so this is just there's no way that we know to really get around this outside of using the debug menu. You have to really get around this outside of using the debug menu to where the game ends. You have to actually back in Daventry, which get on this boat in order to go to where the game ends. I don't know if the city or country, actually back in Daventry, the place where the first game took place. I don't know if the city or yeah, I don't know. I mean, sure, I guess it is an island. There's definitely parts of it that you never explore otherwise. Then yeah, I don't know. But sure, I guess it is an island. So you have to go back to Daventry. You never explore otherwise. This 14-minute and 1 second boat ride is absolutely necessary. We have no other way that we know of to get from Ludor to Daventry outside of just straight up putting yourself there with the debug menu. So if someone can find a way to get through this 14-minute wait, it would be greatly appreciated. Cut down one of the awful things about this speed game, aside from all the awful RNG and aside from all of the typing.
Aside from basically the game itself.
Yeah, basically.
So right now we're actually running what we would
there you are.
Oh, you
there
said
we are.
Oh, I'm on. Oh, okay.
He's on.
Okay. Well, there's a couple things. First of all, we drank a little bit of this 40 ounce. Shout outs to Old English having 42 ounce bottles. I never knew that was a thing, but I hit up my local grocery store and they're like, man, they got the 42 ounces. So I got that. More importantly, I gotta lift some weights here because I mean, that's what it's all about. I gotta lift some weights. So we're gonna lift it up. But I hope everyone's having a good 420. This is the place to be. This is the very the very place to be. The roll 420.
This is the happening spot.
Hopefully, let me see. Let me see where my make sure it gets it. Oh yeah.
I like what I hear.
Rollin Deep. Pumping it up. Blazing trees. Come on. Boom.
Good reps.
All right. Faster. I mean, it's not about faster, man. It's about hardcore. Pumping the iron, blazing tree. So I used to have like a and I just dropped the weights down, and that was everyone's favorite part. I would drop and down, like this fucking.
What did I just walk back into?
Sound.
Did I miss the Rollin Deep exercise?
13 minutes. I think I gotta give it here. I mean, that's on the list. Everybody gets a shout out, a classic shout out.
Yeah, you got to do some 42 ounce curls.
So shout out to Blunt Bunny. He rolled in fresh. Shout out to Joe
Rolling in.
D'Amelio. He rolled up and rolled in clean.
Well, that's me.
Yeah, he's here.
Hey.
Didn't know he was going to be here, and then all of a sudden he's like, boom, man, I got this Bassmasters Classic race, and it's rolling up. That's going to be the KO. We're gonna. Unfortunately, we can't continue in that race, but that was fresh. That was clean. Shout outs to the one, the only, Miss Hunter. Rollin Deep. Rollin Deep. Shout outs to Angie. Shout outs to Aqua Tom. He's keeping it in the aqua. He's keeping it fresh. Shout outs to Bill Bull. He's staying strong like a bull. He's keeping it real. Just representing. Shout outs to Commander Root because he's a fucking bot. Shout outs to Furler. Shout outs to Hitokage. Taking a nap, snoozing it up. Shout outs to Jackie Joe. Rolling in. Shout outs to Germro for that rolling deep. Beethoven. Shout outs to Joby. Shout outs to Jeff Fresh and Clean. Blaze it up. He sparked it up. Shout outs to Polsey. Shout outs to Archer. Who else we got? We got Tom House rolling deep. We got Mo in the house holding it down, rolling deep.
Holding it down.
Bullseye, Trigger, Montaka, Sir Pico's in the house, rolling deep. Tuna Bomber is just bombing it with the tuna, rolling deep. Got Unlink, heckle shit, and keeping it relevant. V&K, we got Viastrike holding down, rolling deep. We got Verger Pros, and we got Zimmy. Dude, Zimmy Cakes is here. That rolls fucking deep. That rolls deep as fuck. During the time and runs. Did Lumo answer what he does? Probably like goes no cam and just fucking like pulls his dick out and just starts jerking it. I mean, what else do you do? I mean, I don't know.
Go black. Do a private show on Chatterbait. Make a couple bucks. Come back.
Oh.
Whoa!
That's how you make some money, man.
Old English with the 42 ounces, which is like out of this fucking world.
They must have saw Waffle's recent Power Hour and they were inspired to bring it up 2 ounces.
I'm going to SGDQ, by the way. Going. But it's time to pump some more iron. Pump!
Oh, yeah.
Rolling deep. Yeah, I don't know. I used to be like the biggest pothead, but I'm not even smoking today. That's like.
Oh, come on.
Oh man.
I'll probably smoke at GDQ, but I don't know. Blazing trees.
Just gotta make sure they don't find out.
They'll have no idea.
I mean, we could try to do some like rolling deep science and like try to what's a scientific term for like making a liquid a gas?
Vaporizing.
Vaporizing, precipitation, something like that. We got to do that and then somehow make it somehow make it chemically combine whatever's in the alcohol and then somehow have it create THC and then we'll be good.
Whoa. Here on Link. What's happening? What's happening? What's going on? Rollin Deep.
Enough time.
All right, RPG, you got 2 more minutes to close up.
What,
Oh
something like
shit.
that? What do you got, Joe? What do you got, Joe? Emilio?
Well, I mean,
Are you? Do you have a pizza? Like, what do you got? What are you rolling with here? We got some cheese. We got some cheddar cheese. What's going on?
yeah, how long do I have? 2 minutes so that I could go to the store, get a pizza, throw it in the oven. Just crank up the oven to like 6,000 degrees.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah,
And then
that
eat
sounds like uncut and raw. I don't want to see any slices.
Don't even cook it, just
Just want to see this pizza that just took like 2 minutes in the oven.
Short game, just eat it raw.
just like get a smartphone and do like a live stream and go to the store and take the pizza out of one of their freezers and then just eat it like, right there.
Oh, that's some prime IRL content.
Yeah, shout out to Boyo who rolled in. He rolled up that fresh gauntlet run. He had me for a minute. He almost had me, but no. The green leaf, the green mixtape.
Oh, we're about to rub our rock. Rub it a lot.
All
So
right,
what
Lambo
got you? What got
boys.
you into speedrunning this, Lumo? What got you into this?
So I first played the 4th and 6th games as a kid, just because that's what we had around, like, my house. Because my dad's a gamer as well, so like he had like these games as they like released, and then my sisters and I took an interest in 4, so then he bought 6, and so I just.
How much more time did you?
What's up?
Pull up? You don't have the web. You don't have to have my webcam up if they're doing it. Okay.
Time to rub our rock again. First try. We actually got really lucky with rubbing RNG.
Yeah, this
Is this the run? Is this the run?
This is the run.
This
Wow.
is it. Gonna top old Bilbo.
No, I didn't have the RNG for that.
Nah.
Oh shoot.
Z cheats.
There's this huge towering 3-headed dragon, and we use our pat on a little ointment so he can't see us. That's why there's those lines through us. Then we mix up this storm in a bottle, and he gets struck in the head with lightning. So we
Full
gotta
transparency
untie
effect right
this damsel in distress.
there. It just so happens to be our sister.
Yeah, don't worry about it. It's her sister, but we didn't kiss or anything. Don't worry about it. It's not weird.
Yeah, don't mind that.
Don't mind the jiggle
quite
physics from 1980, whatever.
She's quite animated. She's also quite big for some reason. She blocks you like crazy.
Yeah, her hitbox is enormous. All right, so then that would be time for the 3rd game.
And there's our mom who's got a big clown smile.
Oh yeah. So you slayed the dragon. Did you slay the dragon?
I sure did.
Slayed the dragon.
Fuck yeah. Oh yeah. That's one
Wow.
shot.
Oh, you wrong warp. Don't mind that.
All right, so now this is the first game, King's Quest 4 SCI. This is the first game to actually integrate the mouse as well. So it's very useful in some places and a huge pain in the dick in other places.
Ah, pain in the dick.
Mouse percent.
Mouse percent, yeah. There's actually an HEID make that came out later because people were complaining that apparently this game was really hard for them to play on their computers at the time, or something like that.
It was
Oh,
yeah, it was
that's
like
a
too
big-ass
advanced for
mouse.
PCs at the time. It required too much.
Yeah, imagine that. That version is Lumo's favorite. I'm quite partial to this one, but we can see eye to eye, somewhat.
This one's just significantly faster, just because there's a that other wait time that I was talking about. You have to wait 4.5 minutes, or about 4 minutes 45 seconds or so, in order for it to turn to nighttime. And that wait is instant in this version, as long as you have the right objects.
Yeah. Or you can go lowballing and it's like,
Who's that green bitch in there? What's going on?
That is Lalote. She kidnapped. Well, okay, never mind. Don't want to spoil that. She's the wicked witch of this land, and she stole an amulet from the good fairy Genesta. So we've been tasked to get that amulet back. More lore at the end of 3. Part of the ending cutscene that you guys didn't see. Our father sort of had like a heart attack basically at the end of the game. So now here we're trying to we were bribed into coming here to get a fruit to make him feel better.
Is that what they call it now? Bride? I mean, back in my day they call it raped. I don't know. Come on.
alright. So speaking of wait times, there's a lot of them in this one, but they're dispersed throughout the game. The first big one is right here where you're cleaning this house where this happens to be 7 beds. Don't worry about that. We'll see the residents of it soon. And, you know, we're a good peasant girl, so we're going to clean everything.
Disguised as a peasant girl so as not to attract attention, because, mind you, we are royalty.
And miraculously, we know how to do this
Oh,
stuff.
wow, look, there's these dwarfs coming in here. How about that?
Yeah, and look what they're just going over and making bowls of stew. Don't mind their arm movement.
Totally not suggestive.
Not suggestive in the least. But yeah, so this section takes about 3 minutes and 30 seconds. It might be a bit more. I forget. Our whole goal here is, of course, to get 3 items, because almost every one of these games is a freaking scavenger hunt. And the big thing is that at the end of King's Quest 3, that one's literally moments before King's Quest 4 starts. There's miraculously between 2 and 3, there's probably 18 years, if not more, and yet between 3 and 4, there's like literally minutes. But essentially,
I don't think we know how long is between 1 and 2, do we?
Not entirely. I'd say at least a couple of years.
Yeah.
Maybe.
So Graham takes the throne in 1, and then he takes a wife in 2. Then they have kids, and Alexander is kidnapped, and then you follow his story in 3. And then at the end of 3 is the beginning of this game. So Graham has like his heart attack or whatever, and at the end of 3, and then in the beginning of this, Rosella goes off to I don't even know the name of this place actually.
It is Jackie. What is it?
She's got the book. She should know.
She's the lore master now. I forget.
But yeah, so we get sent to this island through the magic mirror actually that Graham got back in the first game, and
you actually kind of skim past the whole like exposition of it, where Graham, seeing his two kids, decides to retire from adventuring, so he flings his hat in the air, and right at that time he has a heart attack.
Yeah, kind of miss all that when the speed run lasts 3 minutes and you don't actually get to see any of that because it's in post credits.
Essentially what happens is you see this fairy named Genesta, who's the good fairy, like the good witch, versus the bad witch. This whole thing is a lot like Wizard of Oz almost. Like you said before, fairy tales and stuff like that were really inspiring for the creation of these games, and heavily integrated almost directly. So she pops up and pretty much guilt trips Rosella into doing her work, while kind of just making the hint, oh yeah, you can save your father, don't worry about that though, please come save me. We need to get our talisman from Lolo. So we gotta get the 3 things to 4 Lolos that we can get access and kill her.
The hell are they mining for? Gold? What's going on?
Diamonds,
man. They want to make money.
I can get on their level.
Hey, they gotta feed 7 of them, man. It's hard living in this place. Tamir. Thanks, Jackie. So the first thing we need to get is I don't know if we saw it in the beginning. I wasn't paying attention.
I don't think it was there.
There's a unicorn walking around. It pops up in one of 4 spots, I believe.
3, I
And
think.
we need 3, and we need to essentially get that over to Lolo because she wants it. And to do that, we need to use the bow that we essentially stole from Cupid because we scared him away, and he's an idiot. He left it there, so lost and found sucks for him. And charm it by shooting it, and then get bridle it so we can ride it up the hill over to the Lolo's blows.
In the meantime, this fisherman's jerking it over here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
So then we bribe him with some diamonds, and he gives us his fishing hook, and then we outdo him right here and catch a fish of the same pier that he couldn't.
I'll bet we do.
Hopefully, because it's
Hopefully.
RNG whether or not you catch the fish. There's a lot of RNG in this game as well. It's RNG whether or not you catch it. I don't know the percentage chance, but every failed attempt is 10 seconds.
I got a freaking 9 cycle in my last KQC run, so you guys got a 2 cycle. Nice.
Second try is not bad.
Yep.
And then on this island here,
Why does her fucking fishing rod move around like she's like she's got a dick like coming out of it? Like what's going on there?
Oh, don't worry about it. It's totally natural. Have you never been fishing before, RPG?
I mean,
You don't fish like that?
Like that. I mean, I don't know, man. What's going on? And then she just jumps in the water. What the fuck's going on here? What's going on?
Yeah, man. We gotta swim over to that island. You know, that island that is very obviously over there. That you have tons of indications
There's a
that it
goddamn
exists.
peacock on the damn island. That's like the only thing on the island. A fucking peacock. it would be a cock, wouldn't it?
There's more than one of them too.
Yep. And then we swim north of it. And won a few screens. There's a.
God damn! She's swimming across the whole sea.
Yep. And then we get caught and we get swallowed by a freaking whale.
Swallowed by a fucking whale.
Like Pinocchio.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, this game's a
There's
fucking
dead
trip.
person in there. It's not the only person who's died in there.
Nope. This game's trippy.
She's cleaning the whale. What the fuck?
She's tickling its uvula so it whistle or sneezes. And we end up on an island, throw a fish to the bird, it drops a whistle for some reason. We go over there, we toot our whistle, and look down and get a bridle, which is what we need to put on the horse to take it to the lope and ride a dolphin.
Wow. She can swim across the damn sea herself, but now she needs a dolphin. Okay.
I don't know, man. She just got tired or something, right?
Yep.
Gotta save up her
much.
energy for later, you know?
One thing that you'll see right here is a sort of noun replacement kind of thing. They're stacking. I don't think
It's not stacking. It's use pronouns.
It's a pronoun replacement. Basically, the game registers if you use a certain noun, and if once you've done that, you can replace it with it. You can literally say drop she, and it'll know that. Drop her, just anything like that. It is obviously the fastest one. I just kind of mentioned it, but noun stacking is basically you can use the game registers the last noun that you've put in the text parser. And so if you stack another one on top of it, it'll always read the last one. So you can just hit F3 and just type it.
She would get a bone in a dark alley.
Mm-hmm. So Lumo went through a troll cave. Essentially, it's just like, what is it, 5 screens or something? 3 of them have a troll that arbitrarily shows up. More RNG. Always fun.
Yeah, that was actually pretty graceful on the trolls' part there, honestly.
And you did the little despawn of them if you go into that one screen over there and hit escape to bring up the menu real quick and despawn them.
Because they can follow you from screen to screen just like the sharks.
Mm-hmm. Then we hop a bunch of times, grab this apple. It's not important though, but we just need it mostly so we can trigger Nightfall real quick.
Yeah, Janesta doesn't really tell you much about that magic fruit there, but she's like, oh yeah, you need to get this amulet for me from Lalote, by the way.
Well, self-preservation, man. Come on. What's important? So speaking of troll RNG.
Yeah, now it's showing up.
Alright, so now that we've done that completely unnecessary task, we have to... Oh, watch out. Oh! That was spooky. So now we go over to this, what is it, an ogre? Yeah, he's an ogre.
Ogre.
We go to this ogre's house, and we saw his wife for about a split second there pulling in a fucking deer carcass to feed him. We open up... Ooh, that turns you on, eh? She's a hot lady, man. Then we go in here. They have a bulldog. I toss a bone at him. Go upstairs. Grab an axe, and then hide in the closet.
Now I'm trapped in the closet.
Gonna go away with me. I think I just shit it on myself.
And this wait here is about 1 minute and 40 seconds.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Another wait. Another time to just relax.
Spark it
Spark it up. I think I would like these games if I actually sparked up.
Want to stay high in the clouds with plenty of pussy around. Gonna keep extra bullets in my pocket just in case it's going down. Is it like a minute in game time or just is this real time? Like you're talking a minute?
This is real time.
Yeah.
It's all real time.
It's based upon the speed that the game is running, so actually changing the game speed, how fast the game runs here actually changes it, but we were running at the max speed the whole time, just because this game doesn't run as fast as all the AGI games, because this is meant for newer computers.
Mm-hmm. Actually, changing the speed does actually change the frame rate directly.
Right.
Jackie asks, does the text parser allow Control V paste? No, it doesn't.
Nah, man. Would be nice, though.
Unfortunately. Yeah. There's only one game that I run, which is another Sierra game, an SCI Zero engine. That's Colonel's Bequest, where you can do different control button combinations to do like preset like phrases like ask about, look at, such and such.
So the second item that Lalote wants you to get from her, for her, is this magic hen that lays golden eggs that the ogre just happens to be in possession of.
Mm-hmm. But for some reason, he just has it late, and that's it.
And for some reason, he's in possession of it, but it's not even his either. So find that out later.
Well, he's a big tough guy, you know.
He's not as tough as you know. I was lifting those weights, pumping the iron. I mean, come on, let's go.
I know you're a fucking beast, dude.
No.
Oh, he died again.
Good thing I saved. Don't worry about it.
I'm joking.
So why is that bulldog just chawing on his fucking like arm, like he's just gonna eat himself?
So when we first entered the cabin there, he charged after us because he's like, you know, protector or whatever. So we got a bone from the troll cave that you just find in like near the entrance, and you throw it to him just to you know, self-preservation.
And the bone she got in the dark alley, she gave it to the dog. So anyways, after we deliver the hen to Lalote, we have to go over here to these trees right here. You know, they're menacing looking, and they are actually completely menacing. Because if you get too close to them, they'll grab you and kill you. But with the axe, we swing it at them and scare the crap out of them. Then we
It's
go
actually
in
a
here,
really funny animation, but you're behind the trees when you use it.
Mm-hmm. And then right there's these three witches with they're all blind, but they only have one eye.
They share one eye. Wow, that sounds familiar. Wow. Like another history, another mythology, you know.
Yep, they're one-eyed monsters. So we go in there, steal their eye, scare them, and then grab it, yeah. All right, so nightfall comes, and then we are essentially looking for Pandora's box right now. It's locked in this crypt that's to the east of the scary, spooky-looking mansion right here, and
Nothing could possibly go wrong in there.
nah, there's nothing scary in here, nothing weird. There's just, freaking ghosts.
Not all
and
these
crap.
zombies in the graveyard and ghosts in the house, and nothing weird at all.
Nothing scary.
Definitely not a mummy inside the crypt either.
I'll spend a few nights there. It seems like a pretty cozy place. Yeah.
It'd be entertaining, at least.
What?
That fucking.
Oh, you missed it.
Got a lucky
Rip.
backup. But that
There you
means
go.
I don't know where the Lord's gonna be now.
Essentially, there's, what is it, 1, 2, 3, 5 of them? 5 ghosts that we need to appease. They all have one item that they need to be put to peace.
Yeah, we have to
Put
dig
the
up their
last-
grave and
Yep.
find some item that they were buried with and give it to their ghost spirits to appease them.
Yep. And it goes through the gambit of a baby, a miser, a fisherman's wife, a war hero, which is the lord of the manor, and a kid. And this is all to get sheet music that we need at the top of that room that we went to in the beginning where the shovel was. There's a big organ at the top there. We play the music, so it opens up a little thing. But you'll see that in a bit. It's
Yeah, all this
important that
stuff you are just supposed to, figure out by playing the game, by the way.
Yeah, I'm sure there's a hint somewhere or another. I don't know where it is though.
Mm. They were very sparing with hints in these games. I remember. This is one of the ones that I grew up with that I played a lot.
Exactly. This is actually the first one I started speedrunning as well, so. It's very important that when you dig up stuff that you don't dig in the wrong spot, because there's a set amount of times you can actually use a shovel before it breaks and essentially putting you in a dead end. The game doesn't stop, you can literally just keep running around. They won't tell you.
There are lots of ways that
can
can happen too, like
Yep.
different dead ends.
So with there being no hints as to which one you actually need to dig at, you could essentially just put yourself in that situation now.
And now for some hot music. Sour please in the chat.
Sour, please.
Little did you know Rosella's a maestro.
She's royalty, man. That's what money can get you, talent.
Yeah.
You buy stuff.
Music is actually a pretty common solution in King's Quest games. You play the lute for Pan, you play the organ here, you play the flute in one of the later games.
You get another loot, actually, in King's Quest 1.
Oh yeah,
And that is a way to get around the leprechauns.
and then
No, it's a fiddle.
yeah, it's a fiddle. And then in Hundo, there's also that my favorite scene in the game.
Mm-hmm. You're talking about King's Quest 6?
Yeah.
Yep, there's a... Well, try me mention it? They're going to see it anyways. There's a xylophone made out of bones in the Land of the Dead, which is where you go to when you die in King's Quest 6.
Oh yeah, I don't have a file there. I can't even show that off.
Rip.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have one. Actually, I might have one. I could probably slip it to you real quick. Yep, skin flute.
Exactly.
So anyways, yeah, where are we? Look out, the mummy. Oh,
Mummy gets warded off by that magic charm that you got from the 3 witches.
comes out here. He comes out there, get a good look at her, and he just does a moonwalk back.
Yeah,
in.
he's like, ah man, I don't like that one. Just too lively, too expensive for my taste.
She's too much work.
Do I maintenance? Look at that hair.
Do I, man? Get out of here. Be gone, thought.
Oh, and by the way, earlier when I got you drop a ball into a pond, and then the frog goes and retrieves it for you. You pick up the frog and you take his crown from him. If you kiss the frog, he turns into a prince, and then he dismisses you as just a peasant girl.
Mm-hmm. Just he's like, oh god, this is trash.
Yeah,
It was
not
that green
realizing
bitch
that you're
thing.
a princess in disguise.
Mm-hmm.
So hey, I guess
The hell's this fucking green guy behind her? What the fuck's going on now?
That's Edward, man. That's her son.
Edgar.
Yeah,
Oh,
Eddie. Old Eddie.
what was he doing back there?
he's just chilling. And by the way, he's smitten with you. He thinks you're really
It-
cute. So now We've been
He's-
put up
he's
in the
a-
tower
So
until
now
sunrise
you're
when we
getting
are
it
to
on
be.
with a green guy? What's going on? We're gonna have fucking light green kids? What's going on?
Well, that's Lalote's plan, man. She wants us to marry him. And we're like, nah, man, not about that life.
I'm sure it goes down that way. I mean, shit.
Fun fact. That is an alternate ending.
Yeah, you get married, then he kisses you and you die.
Yep.
But not today.
And that's actually what happens when most nerds get married. They just kill them. Something like that.
Well, fuck. That doesn't sound like fun.
Nah. It's cool. I mean, if only he was a hunk.
If only he were a handsome hunk.
Yeah, a little handsy hunk.
Just some short green guy that can't even fucking get it up. What's going on?
Poor guy.
Sorry, Clayton, this run does not have Edgar
So
Skip.
He unlocked you
Yep.
there. He's like, hey, come out, come down to my room.
Yeah. Nah, he's a nerd.
We never really find out like where he's supposed to live, sleep, anything. Because there's no other room that
go
you
to
see that, like he could, like, I don't know, sleep in, live in.
You're locked in his room though.
That's his room. Then where was he?
He was walking around down there getting a bouquet of flowers and a gold key. Apparently.
Well,
So
so we
anyways,
use Cupid's bow. We shoot a arrow at Lalote, not meaning to kill her. We just wanted to make her, fall in love and everything,
Feel
and inspire love in her
trying to
heart.
make
But it ends up killing her. So she's dead, and then
Good family
Edgar's, by the way,
values.
like, oh yeah, thanks, man. That's so nice for you to kill my
Oh,
mom. She
wow.
was suppressing me.
So he thanks you for fucking killing his mom? What a freak.
Yeah. Well, I guess he didn't like the way she raised him.
Probably doesn't like her fucking cooking.
Like, God damn it, I wanted spaghetti, bitch. Come on. Fucking egg rolls.
So the final stretch, we literally just have to go back to Janesta and give her an amulet. And that's the end of the game.
Yeah, we have to go swim across the ocean again. By the way,
These fucking shark infested waters.
I was actually very lucky with sharks. Only got 2.
Very nice.
2 waiting for the whale. And the whale came
Fortunate.
reasonably quickly too.
I've been on world record pace right there. Saved the game as the shark showed up, and then it just killed
Oh
me.
my god, I'm so dumb.
Speaking of forgetting things,
What is going on?
Don't worry about
now
it. Don't worry about it. Everything's fine. Everything's fine.
never mind that. Don't mind the wrong word.
Right, so you shoot Lalote, and then after that you walk over to her bed and you get the amulet from her dead corpse. Because I totally did that first time.
Now we're on pace. World record incoming.
Oh yeah, for sure. Just make the category arbitrary enough, it's always a world record.
Yep.
Oop.
I think it's Control D. You can bring up the debug menu and just hold Control and start moving her around.
In the AGI version of the game, you use Alt D when starting up the game to enter the debug menu. And you can just literally give yourself items. So from when you start on the beach, all you have to do is give yourself the amulet and the fruit, and then just swim over here and walk straight up to Janesta, give her the amulet, and then you have the fruit and you win the game in like 30 seconds.
You just go up to her and say, "Hey, I found these on the beach, you dumb bitch. Where were you looking?"
Anyway, that's the end of that game.
Firing up 5.
It's about time.
In French, no less.
Man, you keep wrong warping all over the place.
Hey, man.
Same, man.
Same, man. Alright. Gotta actually change the speed, make the game go fast. So now this game and all the rest after this, there's no more typing. It is all mouse. They came up with neat little interactions. There's this little walking man you got to walk around. There's a hand to
What we
like
call
touch
point
things,
and
pick
click.
up things, interact with things. You get an eye to like look at things, which you would use a lot more casually than you do in a speedrun when you already know the route and everything. And there is like a talk, as if to like talk to any random NPC.
Talk to Cedric because he knows everything.
Oh
He's not
right,
just
Cedric, this owl here. He's fantastic, and you should love him and thank him for everything he does.
You should be thankful that we're playing this on the floppy version where there is no voices, otherwise you get to hear them all the time.
The CD talkie version is actually pretty fun. There are some pretty fun voices, but this version is considerably faster.
Yep, French floppy version is the optimal meta for this particular route because there's a lot of scenes you can't skip in the CD version that you can in this.
How's that bear humping a tree for? What's going on?
He's trying to get the honey, man. He's trying to get Queen Bee's honey.
I'm sure he is. I am sure he is.
He's trying to get into Beatrix's tree, man.
Trying to get all that honey. Oh, what a. Alright.
It's cool, man. He's cool. You just give him a fish, he walks away. No big deal.
So
we're just rolling through the desert, you know, like we own the place.
we're rolling solo deep here, one deep.
One dude, yep.
One deep in the desert, my man.
So we get over here to the desert. You can walk about 8 screens until Graham just passes out dead. You get up the 5th screen, I believe. You get a warning before it says, "Oh, you're getting thirsty." So we go over
Is he taking
here.
a piss back there? What's going on?
Well, he drank a
Am I taking a shit?
He drank a bunch of water and needed to go, man. Give him a break. Give him some privacy.
Where was the water? It was a goddamn desert. There's no water in the fucking desert.
I just died.
Water.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Everything's fine.
Oh.
I don't know why, but it walked.
So this is King's Quest V.
This is King's Quest V for the first time. You've never seen this before.
This game follows King Graham after the evil wizard Mordak kidnaps his family. He literally pops up at outside of his house and just says "Bada bing, bada boom, wahoo," and then your whole castle, as well as your family, just goes poof. Then
Right.
You're frolicking through the forest, smelling flowers, acting all special.
That guy knows what's up for 420. He was ready.
And then afterwards, you guys kind of have to go find them. This owl pops up over here, says, "I know where they went. I'll go talk to my employer. His name's Crispin." And then you poof. No, he makes you fly. And then you fly over there, talk to him. He gives you a stick and says, "You're on your own."
Oh, so now we're just playing with our own stick in the woods.
Yeah, we're playing with an old man's stick.
It doesn't quite work though.
That is totally normal. That is.
Oh, the Roadrunner! This run's blessed. Okay, it's okay. We're good. This one's much better than the other. Got the Roadrunner. Run is blessed.
We're good. We're doing
There's the
good.
fucking bear again. He's fucking that tree.
Yeah, so I don't know what was up.
What did you get in there? Is fucking jizz? Like, what the fuck are you reaching in the damn tree? Just fuck.
I'm getting a honeycomb, man.
Whoa.
Come on.
What are we doing here? What's going on?
Trying to get that honey.
Oh,
Oh.
I mean that sounds pretty reasonable. So
Same goddamn thing the bear was. Oh, I'm trying to get that honey. Oh.
I think it's where we started off from before. So Graham's over there just doing his business behind the rock. Some guys roll by. but they don't see
again?
him. Yep.
No,
That's
for the
his
first time.
goddamn
This has
spot.
never happened before.
So these guys come over.
He left a goddamn roll of toilet paper back there. He's like ready to roll.
oh come on.
He's saying you just got to be free with yourself. So anyways, you gotta navigate this. It's a big freaking maze. There's a couple spots where we can drink some water and do stuff. And there's a boot we gotta pick up. And essentially, we just gotta go to a bandits camp,
I think there are
sell some shit.
3 oases, maybe 4, throughout the desert that you have to use in order to not die every certain amount of screens. And the first instance coming up here soon is a place where you can get the copy protection, Hopefully we don't though, because if you get it, there are 4 chances. If you get it once, that doesn't guarantee that you won't get it again. So ideally, you don't get it early on. But as long as you only really get it once, it's guaranteed to happen once. As long as you only get it once, it's not really a significant time loss compared to getting it more than once.
I should know that the CD version does not have copy protection. It's just the floppy versions. And Lumo, of course, has a legend for it. So
Yeah,
won't
which
be a
comes
problem.
in the manual of the game. Because obviously, you can't, take pictures of it and post it on the internet for everyone else to see who has correct version of the game. But,
no, we all just need to have surviving pieces of paper from 19.
Yeah, exactly.
Whenever the heck this game came out.
So, open sesame, bada bing, bada boom. The staff broke. You walk in. There are all these riches, but you just want this, and then you're good.
Because after all, I mean, we have a freaking chest at home that has infinite amount of gold coins.
Ah,
We don't need that
chest
shit.
with 2 fat double DI, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
6 oases. Oh wow. All right then, never mind.
Yeah, it's a big old mess. So after we get out of the desert, eventually.
Why does he keep picking up his own shit? Like, what the fuck,
He's
man?
drinking from the water, man.
the
That's water? You call that water? You just pissed there.
That's what I was gonna say. The water is just.
well, I mean, you gotta create hydration somehow.
Hey man, these guys are.
As a
And maybe you watch.
survivor?
Maybe.
I
you
don't,
watch the
I
Bear-
don't
you
see any
watch the
water
Bear Grylls.
sources around.
You watch the
You gotta
Bear
do
Grylls.
something.
All right, so now we're gonna go into this bad swampy area where this witch lives, and we're gonna get a whole time loss there because she appeared too early. Blah blah blah.
No!
She's got.
Fucking, there's a guy. Is that a guy or a girl? So what the hell is going on there? He's like got a beard, but it's like, what the fuck?
It's not a bear. That's her chin, dude. She's got Jay Leno syndrome.
All right, continue on through the woods with your stick.
Yep. it's in the right direction. So essentially, we put her in the bottle, blah blah blah, and that just happened. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, so
Go
we
in here,
released
we
some
rob her.
genie.
I see this. You got a goddamn genie fucking dapping and zipping.
Do 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 do.
Do, do.
Doo-doo-doo.
Do, 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 do.
Him hop, by the way, all over the place. There's a whole bunch of frogs running around here because what happens if you don't have the amulet on when you walk into the swamp and the witch shows up, she will turn you into a frog. That's why there are all these frogs here.
Mm-hmm. We go and pick or open this little thing and find this golden heart, and now we're rich. So we go over. We gotta find our way out of this woods because there's literally just a big roundabout and there's no exit. The entrance we came in just magically disappears. Fortunately, there's these 3 little eyes out there. They're technically not. You think that they're like animals or something and they're trying to kill us or something, but actually they're little people.
There's little gnomes.
He just ran off! He fucking stole all your money and ran off!
We gotta bait them out with some money, and then they run out and grab it.
Pick him up!
Yep. We pick them up and say, "Yep."
Say, buddy, buddy.
And it says "Bourgeois Rocky." Rocky goes down, and then we leave.
My cousin's French. I'm not. He learned French. I can't speak this shit. What's going on?
There's another good French section coming up here in a second for you, RPG. Don't worry about it. I'd like you to try to read every message that you can.
You know what? I'm drunk, okay, and we're getting there. What the fuck? A tree is a bitch?
Yep. Tree's a
Isn't
bitch.
that just the fucking lesson of life?
And not only is she a
hell,
bitch,
man.
she's a prissy bitch too.
That's mother nature at its finest right there. God damn it. Overfiend.
If only this
Every
was real
goddamn
life.
tree I walk by and I piss on is a goddamn bitch. What the fuck is going on? And now he's making out. What the fuck, man? What the hell is going on? Is this tree Santa? What the hell, man? You don't just go up and fucking make out with trees. What the fuck is he?
So that heart that we got inside that tree belonged to that girl. You give her the heart, and then she turns back into a woman, and she turns out to be some kind of royalty as well. She's also like a princess or something.
She's a
Oh,
fucking
of course. I pissed on her last week. Come on.
You pissed on her, you gotta get your dog to piss on her. Get your whole family piss on her. That's why there was that giant puddle around her.
The hell is that? An owl with one fucking like? Is he? What the hell?
You just noticed.
That's Cedric. He's on every screen, man. He's got a monocle and a vest. He's flashy.
Is he
Fucking-
pimping?
He's pimping, straight pimping. Spin and cheese.
He is on every screen. What a little. Woo.
Hey, it takes about 3 seconds to fucking fly on, too. Son of a bitch. It's cool.
I
He
make a
gets,
surprise, Grandma. Fuck you. Woo.
he gets what's coming to him soon enough.
The hell?
Before-
What the fuck is that? The ant? There's a fucking human-sized ant. What the hell, man?
It's King Anthony, man. We helped them.
Yeah, we distracted the dog, gave it a little stick, and they are King Anthony's grateful, and they help us out. They find the golden needle in the haystack, man.
And now you're talking to rats on the streets. Like, what the fuck, man?
We saved the
Dude.
rat from the cat, man.
This game's crazy.
We threw the boot at the cat.
Does he have cheese for you? I mean, does he have cheddar? Is he ready to break it off? What's going on?
Nah, it breaks.
Oh,
He
by the
helps.
way, earlier in the game, I think from Cedric or Crispin, right? You get like you get something to let you talk to animals, so you actually can understand them.
Oh, that's the
I'm
lore.
sure.
I didn't
Talk
know
to
that.
that goddamn bear. What's he doing? What's up? What's going
Yeah,
on?
I don't know the bear. You can't talk to the bear. The bear just punches
You
you.
got in the
Actually,
goddamn closet. What the fuck?
the bear just punches you, and it's a really funny animation. Actually, there's some fan art depicting it because it's such a ridiculous death in this series.
That you literally fight the bear. So now we're just
Why
walking
haven't you
around.
put on the cape yet? Put on the fucking cape.
Oh, don't worry,
you
we do.
goddamn
It's
cape.
too hot here. It's too hot.
Fuck, man.
It's too hot.
I don't give a shit if it's a desert or what. You gotta stay pimping. You gotta stay alert. Come on. What's going on?
The cape goes on. Trust me.
That's what I like to hear. Superman knows those.
Gotta crank that.
Buy a pie from this guy, and then we go over here to the shady little inn where apparently the mafia's run out of or something. Because you walk in here, you're like, hey fellas, what's up? And the guy's like, hey man, rub 'em out. And you just get bopped in the back of the head. And then RPG, that rat that we were talking to, comes and saves our skin. Who'd have thought?
Because one good turn begets another. That's the whole theme of this game.
His fucking chest is sticking out and it's fucking gross. Like, tuck that shit in, man. What the fuck?
His pants are like undone.
I know, man. Zip that shit up, man. Get a longer shirt. Cover that.
Just trying to let it all hang out, man. Why you gotta body shame him like that?
You know, it'd be fine. Okay, if it wasn't this goddamn beer belly that nobody wants to see. Tuck that shit in. Get it out of here.
Oh, and so there's a poisonous snake over here that Cedric warns you about because everyone knows that snakes are obviously poisonous, meaning that if you consume them, you would die from the poison inside of them. Not, in fact, that they're venomous. You know, and if they bite you, that they would inject venom into you. By the way, just a little pet peeve because they messed up those English words there.
Oh, okay, yeah. So he's holding. Is that a fucking tambourine? What's going on? Is that a
Yeah, it's a tambourine.
musical? It is.
Yeah, I told you, music is the solution to a lot of the problems in these games.
So there's the cape. The cape is on.
Whoa, capeless.
This is no longer capeless. We are. Oh man, he is fly as can be right now. And that owl's like, yeah, man, you wear that cape. Woo!
So the first instance of copy protection is in that tent in the desert. The second one is the witch's house. The third being climbing up the rope on the cliff there. So we didn't get into those 3 instances, so it will in fact be the last and only the last instance at a boat ride later. Not quite like the other boat ride in 3, but you do go sailing again.
Oh, look at him, man. Loping. Fuck! He just crashed his fucking sled! The hell, man? Right, like coming out of the desert, you can't even afford a fucking stick from an old man, and now you fucking crash a fucking sled?
Yeah, Graham's not so good at sledding.
Yeah. My dad has an eagle tattoo, so shouts that eagle.
Shout outs to Eagles.
Oh, now we got another fucking weird ass bitch. Just so you saw, already, I said, Billy, at my dick hard for you. Is that an ice spear? Is it icicle axe? What are we repping here?
Yeah, man, she's Queen Isabella.
I got familiars, like the Dosaki familiar.
And so you go over here and deal with the Yeti, throw pie in his face,
Wow.
because this is Looney Tunes.
Wow. I killed the Yeti in the game a minute ago, but it wasn't like that. He took a few, it took like, what, 50 bombs to kill him? I mean, it's a difference.
I don't know, man. Graham throws that pie pretty hard, so I think he's just got sheer strength on him.
I mean, when the Yeti saw him come with the cape on, I'd fucking just take it. Fuck, that cape.
He just took the L. He's like, you know what, man? You're too fly. Gotta get out of here. RPG, I expect you to have mixed feelings coming up here in a second.
I can try and take it all in. I just like this game. Like, if you haven't done mushrooms or acid or something, which I'm sure a lot of you probably haven't, it's like, how does this even make sense? Like, how do you even? If you're on acid, like, sure, it all lines up. Like, that's it's about how it turns out.
So you lose the cape, but the eagle saves you there. So you know.
Just kind of take it as it is. Don't read too far into it.
So now we're running capeless again, and take our boat ride over to some random island. By the way, you have to go down there and then to the right, because if you just go straight right, some sea monster comes and eats you.
There's actually a glitch you can do at the after we ride the sled. I think it's only on the English floppy version where you use the sled or
Use the cape on the sled.
You use the cape on the sled, and suddenly that boat just spawns out of nowhere, and you're floating around. And if you do a certain movement, I think suddenly the sea monster pops out of the ground and kills you. It's hilarious. So we get kidnapped by a bunch of harpies. And
At least we get some boobs here. I mean, shit, it's been like how long since we seen boobs? What's going on? I mean, they're fucking.
They got
skinny
fucking
ass.
mullets, man. Straight out of a fucking like 90s band.
Girls with mullets.
Yep.
I don't see girls with mullets anymore any often. That's not
That's how you know this is a period piece, man.
This is definitely a piece of history here.
This is it, man. This is it.
In the CD talkie version, one of those harpies is actually voiced by the creator of all these games, Roberta Williams.
He's shooting jizz out of his pants. What's going on?
He's playing the harp.
Playing
See,
the
it's
harp,
another
man.
it's another
He's like-
musical
he's like-
instrument used to solve problems, man.
All I saw was stuff coming out. That's all I saw. I'm sorry. Are we gonna crash the boat too with our fucking sled?
So we just got done jerking off in front of a bunch of women, and now we're gonna go take our friend and go back to the island.
All right, so this is why this version is so much faster than the other version. Right here, boom. You skip that whole cutscene that you go inside that house and talk to that old man.
Yeah, fuck that old man. We don't need to talk to him. He's not important.
Yeah, he just got a stick, and then you just said, "Okay, thanks for your stick, old man."
Oh, different old man.
Yep.
Not to be
Also-
I mean, they all have sticks.
He also saved Cedric for some reason. That was a fucking mistake, but. So now we're on Mordak's castle. We gotta break in here and save our family and kill Mordak and do all that shit. But first we gotta go through a maze. Do a bunch of other shit.
That Al's right there with you, dude.
For the most part, until he leaves you alone. And then here's the best character in the game, Dink.
Dink.
Let you decide what he is, RPG.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Oh what
It's
what just transpired there? There was a lot of white stuff and animations going on there. I don't know. It's like
And so now we have to wait for Mo, the big blue beast, to come over here and take us to jail, scoop us up.
why is she sweeping the floor? Like what the fuck, man?
She's a
She's a prisoner.
princess that was kidnapped. Yep.
All right, so there's Mo. Shout out to Mo. He behaved the
Shout
second
outs
time.
to
That was
Mo.
pretty good. That wasn't too bad. So he has to come and grab us twice actually. The first time, he comes in, takes you to jail. Also, we can get this piece of cheese. Got to dig in that hole.
You gotta get the cheese. It's very necessary.
Oh
to the
fuck!
end of
What's
the
going
game.
on here? You're getting raped. Oh. Wow. Yeah, you just got fucked.
It's okay though. Our future daughter-in-law comes and saves the day.
Spoilers, dude.
Hey man.
Hey, say man.
Say man.
They call him Dink because of the sound he makes.
I think that's actually the given name.
Interesting.
All right, so sometimes.
Why are you following? She's showing you the way out.
Hell yeah, man.
Mhm.
Okay, I see what's going on here. Now you're getting freaky with some some servant here. I see. She's back to clean it again. Are you serious? Are you serious?
She's dedicated to her craft.
Give her a few more dollars on her paycheck. What's going on? The fuck, man.
Ah,
And that blue he's on the floor now.
that's Mo. You know, the second time around, we just don't want to deal with this stuff, so
I don't want to deal with
we just
this
give him the
shit.
no. Throw some peas, and he trips on them because again, this is Looney Tunes.
Say no, Mo. No, Mo.
Kasima definitely looks better out of captivity, but we'll save that for later.
Wow, you just bagged that fucker up.
The cat's in the bag, man. What can I say?
It's not out of the bag this time. It's in the bag.
And this is a 1:30 wait. So yeah, there's this book here that we read, and you can tell exactly everything that it says. It's definitely legible.
So he's gonna piss on the books now. Is that what's going on?
Sure,
Yeah.
sure, we could do that.
Well, shout out to everyone in the Rollin Deep view. You know, everyone that's holding it down for the 420 Rollin Deep Marathon. We got Lumo, and you know, he is playing the game. He's playing the game right now. He's doing
Playing
his thing.
smoke along.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be at SGDQ. I don't know who else is gonna be there, but you know, I'll be there. Other than that, shout outs to Justin, man, who's gonna roll up and spark it up with a Rollin Deep run coming up soon as well. I probably should take a piss and then come back and then try to figure out. I mean, this guy's taking a piss right now. It's about that time. About that time. And you know, you guys are enjoying your 420s. Shout out to Chuck Grody for the holding it down with the commentary. Rolling.
So we bagged up that cat and left it in the room there just because, you know, why actually like deal with it? Just leave it there. And then we go and hide in that back room. Then Mordak shows up and he just decides to take a little nap. So we steal his wand from his bedside and put it on this machine here with Crispin's wand and throw in some cheese because that's obviously the secret ingredient to turn on this machine. And transfers the power from Mordak's wand to Crispin's wand. And by the way, Mordak had no idea that there's a writhing bag with a cat that happens to be his brother inside of it. So in King's Quest 3, normally you use the first spell that I did, or one of the spells that I did, that makes a cookie. You give the cookie to Mananan, and it changes him into a cat. So then that stays canon for the rest of the series. And that cat that we just bagged is Mananan, who is Mordak's brother. So that's why Mordak came and stole Graham's castle and all that stuff. So that's the whole purpose for this game. And then Mordak comes in here, he's like, hey man, what you doing with my wand? Then he zaps Crispin because he's useless. And we have a wizard duel just because, you know, Graham, who is clearly not a wizard or magician of any kind, can wield this newfound magic wand that he has and cast transfiguration spells on himself. Apparently better than Mordak, this evil and very powerful wizard. Outwit him, turning into a tiger to oppose his, I don't know, giant flying whatever that is. And then a bunny, because that obviously beats a dragon in rock, paper, scissors, of course. No kidding there. And then now he transforms into a cobra. So obviously what opposes a cobra. Oh, by the way, say goodbye, swine. They
You just get.
made all those letters longer because as a serpent he's supposed to have like a lisp or whatever, right? But it's French, so they extended the wrong letters. Then he turns into a ring of fire and you turn into a rainstorm, and then he's extinguished.
And that's that.
Extinguished? That's what you call it?
Oh, he sure is.
Supposed to slay the dragon, not extinguish him. What the fuck are we doing?
Hey man, I can only do so much.
Wow, that was wow.
So now we are rolling into King's Quest 6, where we will follow Alexander again in his quest for the good lady Cassima.
Quest for Poon.
All right, now we're getting some pussy.
Yeah, this
Oh,
is
the
actually the
ladies.
quest for Poon.
This is when
All
shit
right.
starts getting pretty much based off of that. This and 7.
Now we're deep in the game, and out deep in the pussy. That's it.
Deep in the game.
Oh,
Good day. Well, the book.
wait a minute.
Yes, I'm waiting.
Now we're fucking whiter than Ernest here. What's going on?
So Gwydion, the guy from King's Quest 3 wearing pink and all that, is the same as this guy here, Alexander, in the green.
I see.
There's gonna be a lot of times where the narration starts with his name, Alexander, starts to say Alexander doing something, and
pretty much-
we try to
pretty much.
cut that off as much as we can, and it ends up
I have.
taking.
I'll remember.
Wow.
The counter.
I
field.
see what's going on here. Sparking it up!
Can you
Exactly.
excuse?
The dusty shop remains.
Would you...
Oh, and he's getting more from the dealership with this fucking guy behind him. Like, yeah, you get that shit, man. Get it all, man.
Yeah, we're trading with the pawn shop owner right there. And there's this creepy old guy back there that likes mints, and he goes and gets a mint, and then it appears to make him drunk. And we find out
And
later.
there's a bear statue right there where he's fucking
Alex-
doing whatever he is doing.
There's also that mobile in the pawn shop as well.
Bear's doing the ROTC jackhammer.
Oh, that guy was bent over the table. That's for sure.
Furiously taking notes on zips. I don't think you're gonna see the best of them here, Jackie. I'm gonna be honest.
You will.
In the catacombs, I'll try to do all the good ones, but they weren't cooperating yesterday, so we'll see.
Alexander.
So now here you have to deal with a whole bunch of gnomes that are the gatekeepers essentially to this island, the Island of Wonder, which is actually shaped like a comma, basically. Or an apostrophe, I guess, depending on your point of view. And basically the whole theme of this island, one of the green islands, is everything here is just like wacky, wild. There's a lot of things that are animated and humanized that, you know, normally wouldn't be. Like a bed of clams right there. There's all these dwarves. There's a whole bunch of living stuff in the swamp that we go in, and there's a garden as well full of a bunch of living things.
I think it's literally a bunch of puns that are literally taken.
Yeah, basically there's a stick in the mud, dogwood tree, and a bump on a log.
And a rotten tomato.
Yeah, rotten tomato, baby's breath, snapdragons, wallflowers, sour grapes.
The way he's shaking his legs just says it all.
He's into the tune, man. He's digging it. So each of these gnomes here has one sense.
One of the five senses.
Yeah, each of them has one, so you gotta fool them all.
I have no idea what the heck their names are, so.
I know the last one's Old Bill Batter because they say that. Say Old Bill Batter never fatter when they're introducing him.
How the hell you disappear out of thin air? What the fuck?
It's a magic map, bro. That's how we get places.
Oh yeah, let me just pull mine out and fucking do that shit.
Hey,
man.
you know what? When you actually use it, the game says
Would you?
Alexander feels a strange pulling sensation, by the way.
Oh, pulling on it now. All right.
Oh,
I'll let you hear it once.
Alexander feels a strange pulling sensation.
There you go.
Oh, now okay, he's done with the bear, I guess. Okay, he's out of there.
Alexander.
Oh, and head of iceberg lettuce as well. I forgot that one. There's a hole in the wall.
We play some lovely music.
Sour please.
Mm-hmm.
Because Alexander's also a master of the skin flute. I mean, regular
Whoa.
flute.
Oh,
Totally.
playing the skins. He's playing the skins, all right.
Just like
I mean,
Rosella.
RPG
Rosella played the
is
flute
too,
as well,
so.
man.
Oh. Oh. Oh.
Wild.
He's blowing on it. Blowing on it.
Blowing on it, indeed. Then we go and hang out with these chess pieces for a sec. There's a couple. There's a white and a red knight, and then a white and a red queen. And they're basically arguing over who can give the worst present. Well, best present, but what we would describe as probably a worst present. They're arguing over, I think, a spoiled egg, and one of them wants to give it to some guy, and then you give him a lump of coal in the hundo run.
Mm-hmm.
I would definitely have to take some mushrooms to go to this chest land you're at.
It is quite
Holy
a time.
shit. I would be lost. I'd be big.
So now we're on the Isle of the Beast, which, given its name, it belongs to a big beast. See him later.
The pond.
In the meantime, this guy on the other side of the wall wants us to go over there, see what we're doing, see what he's doing, but we just moonwalk away and spin around a little bit.
What
Give
the
him
fuck?
Michael
This
Jackson.
guy vanishes out of thin air! What the hell? Is he fucking Gandalf? What the fuck?
Gotta show him my moves.
And he's what? Is he Jesus Christ himself? What the fuck? Walking across water? Jesus!
Would you?
I can't go over there and do. I can't walk on water. I'm not fucking Jesus. Who is this guy? What's going on?
It's pretty shallow water. It was just boiling before, so we threw in the head of iceberg lettuce.
Shallow water, you call it? Okay.
No, you actually drown if you go too deep in the water off the islands. Alexander cannot swim. So now here we're at the Cliffs of Logic, which are this game's copy protection. You need to get up the cliffs in order to actually finish the game. You can do a whole bunch of stuff without it, but you need the game's manual to basically have all the answers to go up these cliffs. The first clue, or the first puzzle really isn't too bad, but all the other ones you really wouldn't have. The first, and probably the last one you can probably solve without the book, but all the ones in between would purely be a guessing game. Let's see if I can remember this one.
Alexander.
Pretty...
Nothing
I
happened.
missed.
Alex.
Nice.
The
Yeah, there we go. The Cliffs of Copy Protection.
Sipping on a 40.
42.
It is 42 ounces. I was like, wait a minute. You do 42 ounces? That's 2 more ounces than I'm used to. What's going on?
Wow.
And people at work make fun. Oh, you still drink 40s of Old English? It's like, yeah.
The stone beneath.
Why change?
All right, so we have climbed aboard.
We still got more climbing to do. We're about halfway.
One step at a time, man. One step at a time.
Yeah, the thing is, I'm holding down the enter button on all of these steps so I can get the first possible input to walk up to the next one. Otherwise, in between, Alexander would like tumble a little bit, and like if you try to step in the wrong place, you'll fall down and die. So if you just hold the cursor in the right spot and then hold down the enter button, it automatically tries to walk there as soon as it can, so you won't tumble at all in this version. There's another emulator that we use. This one is DOSBox 0.74. We also use ScumVM, in particular ScumVM that was made by another member of the community. Unfortunately though, I and some others as well in the community can't run it without tumbling like very, very often, and we think it's tied to the computer speed, the processor speed. I think the game's actually running too fast for the inputs to be taken before tumbling.
Okay. So we're rolling too deep for the game.
Exactly, rolling too deep. So we gotta dial it back a little bit, take it slow, take it easy, and here we are at the top of the cliffs. There's this crazy old lady up here.
Step back here.
Crazy old lady up here, and she wants us to take some berries from this bush, and we're like, nah, man, not about that. I'm purely.
Yeah, I mean, this is like rock climbing to a super advanced level. This is wow. This guy, he just keeps going, and he's creating his own steps. Like that's like Jesus Christ himself. It's like, fuck, man, fuck you guys, and fuck this. I'm Jesus Christ.
You might say that. You just might.
Hey, what is he floating around for? What's going on?
So you find out later, or I guess you found out already, that that's the vizier who's evil and kidnapped Cassima and killed her parents. He has this genie. That's his genie, who goes around and does his bidding and tries to convince you to do things that would end up killing you. You first see him on the docks when you go to the ferryman, and he tries to get you to jump in the water, and if you do, you end up drowning. Then you see him on the Isle of the Beast. He's the guy on the opposite side of the wall who's like digging around and gardening and stuff. And if you walk over there, there is a like a sentry, an archer made out of stone that will shoot you with an arrow and kill you. And then there, if you eat those berries, it's poison and you die. So basically, just tries to kill you a whole bunch of different ways. Not killing you directly, but he tries to get you to kill yourself. And you can always tell that it's him because he has this glinting, glowing eye. He's also the old man in the pawn shop. Same guy. So here, walk on all these tiles in a very specific order. If you walk on a wrong one, we end up getting shot by a bunch of darts in the wall. I think Chuck DC'd if you guys could get him back in.
Rolling in.
Rolling in.
Rolling in. We're in.
This is the
What's up,
embassy.
gamers?
Welcome back.
Man of the hour.
Morning.
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 So Jackie, right there, that zip that I just did into this room is one of the more useful ones because it zips you into the center of that room when you fall in the trap, and it zips you over to the place where you use the lantern.
Alex,
More often than not, you're going to be holding enter to skip text. In this, it's just, for the most part, unless it's those cutscenes where it's all fully animated and what have you, you're pretty much just holding enter the whole time.
Alex,
So we going to talk about this or what? Or was it, we're just rolling through?
We're just rolling through the catacombs.
Alright.
In here, there is a minotaur that the winged people, people who live on top of the cliffs of logic, they basically send you to go rescue their daughter, who they end up sacrificing to this guy. They put him in the labyrinth. Again, taken from mythology, minotaur in the labyrinth.
Look.
So they throw their own daughter into the labyrinth as a sacrifice to the minotaur to keep him appeased. And then they task you to go and save her, I guess, as a trespasser in their land. So you go and you do that, and by the way, there's this raven here with this glinting eye. How about that? Never seen that before.
Nah, he's not a problem.
Nah, he's just a regular old bird. You know, no big deal.
It's just a bird.
So then Alexander goes and talks to another oracle because King's Quest 6 is basically a repeat of King's Quest 3, where he goes and rescues a damsel, and he talks to an oracle, and he rides on a boat, and this, that, and the other, and he searches for love.
Very original games.
What's weird though is it's like it's different from all the other ones, but they just like rewrote his story again.
Yep. For the most part.
So now, for whatever reason, there is a new island on our magic map that wasn't there before, called the Isle of Mists.
Ooh, mysterious.
Ooh, who would have thunk? And this island is a whole 3 screens,
Probably fucking party hard.
Alexander from the east.
and you don't even go to the 3rd one in any percent.
The Met.
Nope.
Back to the Isle of the Beast, because now we got a shield from the labyrinth to
I like
block
how these are the Green Isles.
the Green Isles. Yeah, man.
Yeah, we're on the Green Isles.
So we got a shield,
Got the-
block the arrow from the sentry, swoosh. Hey man, you missed.
But the
Say, man.
Say man.
Well, that's actually the difference. There's no pirates in this one.
Actually, yeah. There really aren't any sort of ruffians like that, I guess.
There's your crew that dies, unfortunately. Rip in peace.
Yeah. They're not really pirates, though. They're your guys, right?
Yeah, they're good guys. Rest in peace.
Or so we're led to believe.
Yeah, shipmate 1, 2, and 3.
None of them make it, but you do.
This game, I should say, actually has an incredible opening sequence. It's like a 2.5D,
If
I
Alexander
guess you could say.
the best, would you?
But it's amazing.
And it's really, really well done for the time.
Mm-hmm. Second only to the graphics that we're going to see in King's
Let
Quest
me
7.
Yeah, those graphics are right.
Top notch.
Top keck, sorry.
You shut the... You're going for low percent, you're going to turn into the beast.
You know? That'd be an idea, wouldn't it? Yo, it's Chaucer. Isn't he like a... Isn't he a writer?
Who? What?
There's a guy in chat.
Is it in your chat?
No, in Rollin Deep.
Huh.
Chaucer underscore, part of the underscore Legion.
That's something I have no idea.
Exited south to zip northwest. No, I actually did that on accident because I forgot the route. I was about to go to the castle, which is completely wrong. You can just zip straight up to Beauty from the pawn shop.
A
That's
group
why I
of
made that little quip about turning into the beast. Because if you wait too long as when you're cursed by the beast, when you enter his garden, you can actually turn into one. It's time based.
So we want to zip onto this screen
taking his
because we maintain your zip states. Something that we never really mentioned before. If you zip at a certain, if you try to walk at a certain angle, you end up zipping really fast instead of doing your regular walk animation, and it ends up speeding up a lot of other processes, like when you use items and interactions and stuff like that. So you always want to zip onto screens usually, because then it'll make you use items as you get onto a screen faster.
Did
Just
you
so-
explain the zips mechanics?
Eh,
Not really.
that's about it.
Yeah, it's something about like the way the angle by which Alexander moves at just causes him to move incredibly fast. I think it's like a single frame.
Alexander
If you would
won.
have this game moving as fast as it possibly can be,
Yeah.
and that's heavily used
a
throughout the
mechanic.
To be
Alexander-
honest, I don't really get it.
I don't get it either. This game's just weird. Just weird programming. I know we're playing Metal Gear right now, sneaking around here. We got a couple objectives that we need to accomplish. One is
Alex,
talking to
Hello?
Kasima that she doesn't even know that we're here, but we're gonna about say what's up, babe, and slip her a knife through underneath the
Alex.
under the door. Then we're gonna go in here and find the Al Hazard's manifesto in the box.
Alexander,
Make sure that we have that. Then we gotta go hide
Alex.
and go back.
So we use that tack that we got from that painting to unlock the box. Got to put the tack back and then put the picture back, because that's all stuff that you would, inherently know. You didn't have to, wildly guess those things, of course, because you're just a genius when you play through these games in 1990 whatever.
Mm-hmm. Trial and error, man.
Basically, yeah.
Trial and error.
And there's no way to know when you're wrong. There's no way to
Yeah.
know when you've gotten to the end of the game and you've missed a step, other than just playing it again. So this is Captain Saladin. He is actually voiced by the same guy that does Frollo in The Hunchback of Notre Dame. He does a couple other characters in this game as well, but he's a pretty famous voice actor.
I didn't know that. Huh.
Sierra actually kind of went like all out and got some pretty famous people to voice characters in this game. Not so much in 5. I think they had somebody pretty famous in 7. But that's when things were kind of going downhill. No offense.
Yeah.
Look what
But hey,
Okay.
I mean, you know my opinion on that.
Of course.
So we found out earlier that mint kind of makes the genie like drunk or whatever. So we feed him a mint, can't resist, and then he ends up casting a spell and killing himself. So now we engage in this.
We got another bitch on the floor here. I see. That's cool.
Yeah, that's Cassima. That is the real Cassima, because in the wedding ceremony, the genie was faking as Cassima, so used the mirror to display the truth, so everyone knows that Alhazred was just faking, trying to marry her, so that he could then therefore become the rightful king of the Green Isles. And then he was just planning to murder Cassima later. In the meantime, though, she stabs him with the dagger that you gave her. Doom. And you bonk him on the head, and he's dead. That's the end of that game.
Go on to the best one. You guys gonna love this shit.
Oh yeah, this is great.
You think the games up to this point are trippy?
Start
Oh,
new
boy.
game. Let's go
Whoa!
RDM file name. Can't possibly go wrong, right?
Nope.
So,
He was definitely a drug addict in the last one.
It's King's Quest 7. This is where they truly tried to merge their games and Disney, and ultimately it came out as something.
it's got a
Definitely
very
something.
Don Bluthian feel, if you know who that is. But, yeah, I don't know. Reviews were pretty mixed. Reception was pretty mixed. Let you decide what you feel about it. But,
That's quite the distance you just took away from that Dust Devil.
yeah, I don't know.
That's a safety strat.
So
Didn't get that zip there, but it's fine.
Yep.
This game's kind of wonky. There's some weird interaction when you like alternate right and left click in quick succession. You kind of like get bumped forward a little bit, sort of like arm pumping in Super Metroid, or pumping against walls in Link to the Past.
Yeah.
Same sort of idea. So I don't know if my mic is picking up my mouse, but you might get a lot of clicking ASMR for the next hour.
But it's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, you're gonna get some ASMR.
Do we have an ASMR tag on the stream?
is it?
Yeah, this game runs on the SCI2 engine, which essentially killed off any amount of keyboard interactions aside, or keyboard strokes aside from just like changing speeds with plus and minus. Most of it's all just going to be mouse.
Speaking of changing speeds with plus and minus, you basically hold plus for almost the entire game, except a couple of zips that I'm gonna do later on. I'm sorry, clips, clipping out of bounds.
Yeah, this game's a riot to run.
Oh dear.
An effect of holding plus that you may have seen right there is whenever
Hear
the
it?
cutscenes go, which are these two, the button that pops up in the middle of the menu thing right there pops up. If he holds enter over it, it'll always activate on the first frame.
Going on.
So we avoided the raspberry.
Blowing in those holes.
Blowing in the hole. If you get too close to the hole, the jackalope will come out and blow a raspberry at you. Just a little bit of a time loss. So we avoided that. There's a second chance later he might get us, hopefully not. But here you want to plug your ears. It's very, very loud, very, very annoying. There's this giant freaking scorpion, and there's no way to make it shut up until you leave. Unfortunately, we have some business to do in here.
Yeah, it's great. Great sounds right here.
Nothing to see
Fortunately
here.
Wow, the way she runs though.
She's dainty and elegant. She's a queen, man.
She's a queen, man.
So now we're down in the well. There's actually some pretty cool fan art. I don't even know if it's fan art or if it's official, actually. of the perspective from the bottom of the well. Looks pretty cool. Chuck uses it for his split background. Nearing the end of the first chapter here. There are 6 chapters in the game. You alternate between Queen Valenice. This is the first time that she's playable in the entire heptology. And the only game that she's playable in the entire heptology. You alternate between her and Rosella every other chapter for 6 chapters.
Fortunately, the first 2 chapters are wholly execution based. There's 0 RNG in them. That all comes to a head in chapter. Actually, I think chapter 3.
Yeah,
Whatever
3
RNG
there's
in it.
3 and 4 have similar RNG. And then
Yeah, 4 is pretty much RNG theater.
yeah.
That's where the run really starts varying, I should say. Yep, so now we're in chapter 2, and the whole story in the beginning, or what the prologue, is that Valenice is essentially counseling her Rosella on, like, she should go get married. She's 21 years old. You gotta go get the D. And yeah, I need big grandchildren. Blah blah blah. And she's just like, "Oh, mother," like a Gilmore's Girls episode or some shit. And she sees a thing. It's like a hummingbird or whatever. And she goes and she looks into a pool and it shows like this magical land. And she dives in after it. And of course, Valenice follows her afterwards. And she gets pulled in through like a wall or something from his arm. And this is where chapter 2 starts off.
So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 are each pretty much kind of like in some ways simultaneous, but sometimes they're not. It's weird to describe. But basically, right now I'm executing at the same time as what I did in chapter 1. It doesn't always line up like that, but in this case it does. And you see, Rosella doesn't quite look like she used to. It's because she was transformed into a troll as she was pulled into this realm, world, dimension, whatever. And so our first order of business is to try to undo that. First big trick of the game coming up here, we like to call fast spoon. You can speed up the animation of getting an item because it's tied to the animation of this fire in the background right there. So if I execute well enough, I should get the spoon quicker than normal.
Well, the timing is relative actually to the fire itself dying down. So the closer you get to it actually getting towards the end of that animation, the faster her animation will go.
I might have missed.
Did you miss it?
I missed the first half. Second half was good though.
Yes.
Actually, not bad. You kind of have to wait it out.
Yeah. So we gotta
Kind of.
use the bellows on the fire. Get a little flame in our lantern there, sparking it up. And then another trick right here. We're gonna try to zip across that main area. There we go, easy zip. So we went from all the way to the left, all the way to the right. And now, easy clip out of bounds, no big deal. Don't worry about this, that's fine.
Don't worry, this is a very well programmed game.
Very, very well programmed. So like we were talking about earlier with that right, left click, alternating starter step sort of thing, you can use that to get out of bounds in a lot of places. All of the useful ones, most of the useful ones, all of them except one, are in this chapter. All the ones that are really RTA viable and actually used in the speedrun are in this chapter. What? I can't believe it. There we go. Second try.
Yeah, technically you can do it anywhere.
Yeah.
That pretty much everywhere, and unfortunately it's all worthless.
Yeah, there just
Entertaining
really
to
aren't that many
see.
places where it's useful. So normally, you have to go get that cart in the top left over there and then ride it into this guy, and then he falls down into the river of lava. Poor guy. But because you clip out of bounds and like don't go by him, he's not normally spawned. And then when you walk back, you just kind of like pop through him. And then we're gonna zip back to there again. Ah, I missed it. So now we're gonna have to, since he's there again, we have to clip out of bounds again to walk by him to get back to the dragon again.
As a backup for the zip, you should just start smacking the crap out of escape. I
Yeah.
think it works.
So this hammer and chisel ends up being like the most useful item in the game. I think you use it like 4 separate times. There's always something that's more useful than other things.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
Whoa!
Now
Tools
we
that
got
are
our clip
better than
back.
other tools. Wow!
Easy peasy. And then, for whatever reason, only twice you can just pass through that guy like no big deal. But if I try to go through him again, he'll actually catch me and throw me in the river of lava. So if you're quick here, and give these items to this lady quickly, you can skip... Hey, got him. You can skip going back to like the main overview of like the big area there. So you just have to kind of be quick in giving the items to her. Got all 3, so that's good.
Nice.
And now we are transformed back into our human form. Now we are Rosie Bay once again.
No.
Shout out to Jam Eagler.
Speaking of jam, somebody at that guy.
Yeah, here. He's a bum.
This is his favorite. Oh, cool, we got a crash. Nice. Well,
Come on!
not prepared for that one.
What
Wait, you
is
crashed?
going on?
Yeah. That's
Which is
the
weird.
one
I was
spot
like-
where I'm like the only person that's ever crashed there before.
Oh, wait. You were going through the vent?
Yeah, exactly.
I've had that happen.
Alright, so we'll just
Number of times.
continue at, I think, this one here. Nope, not that one. We can continue from, how about this? Where's this game? Nope, not that.
Look at these wrong warps.
Yeah, I know, right?
World record incoming.
Don't worry about it. Hey, this is a good one. Okay. So all that happened between there and here is you walk out and then you come out here and you talk to the lady, give her the frog. And then she's like, hey man, that's the frog, whatever, blah blah blah. And then we do a quick clip right there, zip right in, blah blah blah. End of the chapter. Easy. That's really all you missed.
Pretty much.
That probably was hardly even a time difference, honestly. I lost a little bit there, but just got to restart the game. Alright, so now we're back to Valenice. Exactly where we left her before, in front of this thing, which apparently likes prickly pear cactus things. Not really sure what's going on there. You just kind of shove in his gut. And he's like, alright man, we're cool. And so now, we work our way towards Chuck's favorite place.
That place is a fucking riot.
I don't even know how to describe it. I mean, there's just basically a whole bunch of, again, like, humanoid animals. There are some good
furry.
puns in there as well. That,
It's a big furry convention.
Say again?
It's a big furry convention.
I mean, it really could pass for one. It's no different, honestly.
For the most part.
So we put that spider in a shoebox, and then
Capture the Mex-
free
capture
that
the
little
Mexican
hummingbird
spider.
thing.
Yeah. The town of Falderall. Basically like the Isle of Wonder.
Yeah, that's probably the closest equivalent, except there's less, like,
I just did.
animated items, and it's more like animals and stuff.
Mm. Still literal puns though.
Yeah, lots of puns. So this is the mayor, and he is a poodle. Fefe le yip yap.
Beefy lady, yeah.
Fifi, whatever. Fefe Fifi.
They
Blah blah blah. He's a French poodle. You get it. And there's a bowl and china shop. Speaking of puns. And then there's Chicken Petite, because Chicken Little is copyrighted. There's a mockingbird.
That's what it was.
If you talk to him, he just says insults to you over and over and over again. There's a lot of them, by the way.
There's a snake oil salesman.
Right.
It's a literal snake.
And in the background, you see a faux shop, F-A-U-X. We end up going in there later.
The China bird.
So we give the bird back to the bowl in the china shop. And then we need this mask that he gave us in order to go into this party in town hall.
The mask is actually a human mask. So it's ironic that a human has
you
to
get,
put
like,
on the human mask.
You get ridiculed for like not like covering up your humanoid self. Not having your feathers and fur and whatever.
Well, you almost out of bounds right there. Look at that.
Yeah, it was interesting.
You can't actually do one right there. It's kind of pointless though.
Yeah, again, like there's out of bounds there that you can not have to walk around the table, but it's really not even worth going for just because you end up clipping back in on the opposite side, and it's like 2 ways around the same thing.
Yeah, it's a possibility you may just like get one out of nowhere just because every step that you take, depending on how the speed is, you know, it might take a diverting path. So we go in this room, there's a bunch of mirrors, each one will show you a different thing, but you want to go to the one that's upside down so you can go into this room. You can actually get to this room via that MC Escher painting that of different stairs, but it's upside down, so you have to go in there.
You have to go in through the mirror, otherwise, yeah, you'll be on the ceiling and you won't be able to get the mirror that you get otherwise.
And we'll need that mirror later on.
So in the sky, I'm sorry, the moon, as you can tell, that brick of wheel of cheese there is the moon. Fell out of the sky. That's apparently our fault, and we're gonna have to deal with the repercussions of that later.
The FIFA the Yip Yap, when I
I
forget
found
exactly when it is. I think it's when you first get in and you talk to him, you cry about your or cry about Rosella. He says, take the faux shop, or enter the faux shop with the, you say it, I can't think right now.
I don't even know what he says.
Oh, I think he says, take the faux shop with a grain of salt.
Oh yeah, like take everything you see in there with a grain of salt. So that's the hint that you need to eat the salt crystals that you got earlier on, in order to actually go inside. Because otherwise, the door, it's just like what you would see as like a wooden prop on like a movie set or whatever. And you can actually tell if you look at it. There's like stilts or whatever, like holding it up. And so if you don't eat the salt, you just pop out on the other side.
An important thing to note as well is that you get that thing right literally at the beginning of chapter 1.
Right, it's the second item that you pick up.
And another thing is that you can actually start this game from any chapter, so 1 through 6. The difference if you start from chapters 3 to 6, actually it's probably, yeah, chapters 3 to 6 is that you'll be missing items later on. So you have to go back. Which does fortunately give us the opportunity to have individual levels for the categories.
Revving it up! And my street's so fucking hot as a main street. Rollin'!
So anyways, we traded a book for a crook. A crook being, of course, like a cane, I guess.
Yeah, like what you'd see like when they would pull people off stage in like old timey movies or whatever. Everything that you trade to the kangaroo rats is
What is his name?
it rhymes. So you get a bead for a seed, you get a
See.
crook for a book.
Uh,
What's the other one? There's a third one.
The corn seed. Oh no. Yeah, I can't remember right now. So anyways, we fished the moon out of the pond right there for the fountain. I guess it's
Yeah.
the fountain. There's no actual water fixture. And they come at us and say, you're under arrest for doing that. So that's where that chapter 3 ends. Now we go back to Rosella, and she's in the land of Ooga Booga. It's essentially like a Nightmare Before Christmas type area. First thing we gotta do is talk to this gravedigger who says a bunch of stuff, but essentially tells us that we need to go try to find his rat companion that powers his grave digging machine.
Yeah, you gotta talk to him 3 times. You can't just talk to him once. You gotta talk to him 3 separate times. He tells you something different each time, and it takes a really, really long time. You can skip all of this text, but his animating is what takes so long.
There's a reason for that. This game had a really troubled development period, particularly starting with Chapter 4. This guy had, I guess at some point, more animation frames, but they didn't integrate it.
So here's where the RNG starts, and we are lucky so far. First try pumpkin. So you have to go into the pumpkin with both Rosella and Valenice. Don't know the odds, gonna assume it's like 50-50. But sometimes it's pretty bad, sometimes it takes like 6 tries. So lucky first try there. And then also later we'll have to deal with a number of attempts going into Melicia's house. And we'll say there are bad dogs, a certain number of bad dogs. Obviously you want 0 bad dogs. And then also gonna go see, well, hopefully we won't see Boogie, but we're gonna go to his place, because that is where the Troll King is being kept. And ideally, a stick in the background will be facing
stick?
a stick. Hopefully the stick will be down, because if the stick is up, Boogie is home and he wants to do business.
What? You don't want the stick up, you want it down? Come on!
I don't want to get screwed by Boogie, you know what I mean? It's not the good type.
Come on, just take it, come on. Get that stick up, come on.
Nah, man, it's not the good stick. It's really not. He doesn't give you a good time. But anyway, so we gave the pet back to those kids in exchange for the mouse. Get the mouse back to the gravedigger, and he gives us this horn that we use. Second time using the hammer and chisel right here, because it's, again, like I said, like the most useful item. Save this cat here. This cat gives us one of his 9 lives. That comes in handy later. And now off to Boogie's place. Maybe RPG wants something different, but we want the stick to be down. We want to boogie down, man. We want to boogie down.
Get it up! Get it up!
And the stick is up. Alright, second try. Doesn't waste too much time there to cycle Boogie. Cycling the pumpkin is a little bit longer, and cycling the dog takes a long time. So that's probably only a second or 2 time loss having to cycle Boogie there. No big deal, really. So then Gravedigger comes and digs up Boogie's home because, you know, that's not like illegal and like destruction of property and stuff. And then we jump down this hole to go inside.
Whoa, down the hole.
Jumping in the hole.
And she said it just perfectly.
There's some good screams in this. There's one that we missed earlier when, at the end of chapter 2, Roselle lets out some pretty good screams. Didn't mention it though. So now here we are with the Troll King, and for whatever he's got like a firefly or whatever, that apparently illuminates this entire coffin, which is I guess Boogie's house. As you can see, his robes or whatever are in the background up on hangers. We give him the little dragon frog thing because I don't know why. Then we use the chisel again.
Chisel dabs. Aye.
Chiseling in, hammering it in. And the little dragon frog digs us a way out. Get this little cloak here, put it on, because we don't want Boogie to come and pounce on us.
You don't?
No, you don't. You don't want to get dicked by Boogie. You just don't want it, man.
I don't know.
There's bad love, man. There's such a thing as bad love. You just don't want it.
I don't know. I mean, bad luck and then pouncing on. I mean, those are two different things.
So when we go and talk to the doctor again, after we gave him the spine, he gives us this little spray thing. I'm gonna use that later to escape this area. Get the shovel over here. We wait to get the shovel till now because there's no animation picking up the shovel and putting it away. If you have the cloak on.
Is his name Edward? Is the guy's name Edward there? By chance?
That is not Edward, no.
Ah, damn it.
But Edgar, spoiler alert, is somewhere in this game.
That's not Edward. So.
It's the green guy from King's Quest IV.
I know, but still not him. He's just some bitch ass fucker that's getting on his knees.
He was actually transformed by Lalote into that hunchback green form. That's not what he normally looks like. He's actually a handsome hunk, as you would describe him at the end of King's Quest IV. Janesta chains him back to his normal human form.
You know, I'll believe it when I see it. So
all right. So we got lucky here. Going into Melicia's house, no dogs. So perfect RNG with the pumpkin, perfect RNG with the house here. One reset on Boogie, which is pretty good RNG overall. But yeah, Edgar is apparently a pretty handsome hunk, and he proposes to you at the end of King's Quest IV, and you think about it some more, and then you eventually have to tell him no, and you're not yet ready to marry him. So you part ways.
Rip.
Here we think about it for a couple years.
Isn't she fucking slick?
Oh, you'll enjoy this part, RPG. We go through Melicia's underwear drawer and we find some spicy stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's coming. Why is she throwing it on the ground? What the fuck?
I don't know, man. Rosella's just disrespectful like that. I guess she is,
Why don't you just take out your blue fucking bitch-ass dress that looks like shit and put those pink things on? Come on.
You wanted to wear that pink corset?
All I know is it looks better than the fuck she's got on. Fuck. She takes that out of the whole, everything out of the goddamn dress. When you take that, are you fucking serious? You had a fucking pink, like what the fuck?
Yeah. So there's like a
She's
pink
got some
corset.
bad taste.
Like
I can't get down. She's got some bad taste.
There's a pink corset, a black nightgown, and then I don't know, like a blue G-string or something, and green sock, and then she puts all that regular stuff back. I said regular stuff. All the other stuff back, and then takes the sock, because obviously the sock is the most useful thing out of all of those.
I beg to differ. And now she's prancing around. What's going on?
She's running away from the werebears, man. They had her number.
The werebears? What are they? Oh, they got her number.
This is Charlie Party's favorite part. I'm sorry, Tawi, after her rename. The poodle bites his tail. Dances around in circles.
I like how it's a nice, pretty little pink door. She's fucking going in, and she goes in the little fucking door.
It's obviously the way that you're supposed to get in. The other one's locked, you know, and there's a guard that pops his little nose through that tries to shoo you away. Then you just go and open the manhole next to it.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like she's been shot in the face before. I mean, nothing shoots in her face that's white or anything. Jeez. Going down, up and down stairs, I mean...
Just, you know, traversing
hungry
this MC Escher-esque painting. And here's the 4th time that we used the chisel, and I believe the final time.
I'm glad fucking... I'm sure Chuck Grady's proud about that. He done chiseling it up.
That's all.
So now we use the scepter to turn this little scarab that we have back into the Troll King.
A hungry little tot.
Alright, nearing the end of chapter 4 here. Troll King just kind of slides up on in through that tunnel.
He would slide on up in.
And Jam would be beside himself if I didn't do this right now. Gotta bite the cheese.
Ugh, that cheddar cheese. Out of all fucking things out of the goddamn dresser, she takes the goddamn sock out of it. What the fuck?
Hey man, it was useful. We
I'm sure
polished...
it was a guy used as a condom for something, but Jesus Christ.
We polished up that
Here you are.
plaque there, man, so we could read it. Alright, so now we're gonna go visit this resting giant, this sleeping eternal guy. I'm gonna tickle his nose from the rubber chicken, which apparently the feather from a rubber chicken isn't made of rubber or something. I don't really know how that works, but we use it to tickle this guy's nose. He wakes up. He's like, "Hey man."
You know what else? You know what else is rubber? You know what a rubber is?
No, please tell me. Please tell me, RPG. What's rubber?
It's something that fucking is over fucking 12 inches long and can fit on somebody's dick. Come on.
12 inches.
All of it. Just all thick and hard. Oh yeah.
Alright, so we got this nectar in this pot here from the hummingbirds. We gotta put this in there. And then that brings the river back. And now we gotta use this formula that we got to turn into a jackalope. And then we're gonna use that to run past the werebears in this forest here in order to traverse over into that Nightmare Before Christmas-esque town that Rosella was in before. Because like I was saying before, Rosella's and Melanie's stories sort of mirror each other. They basically go where the other one isn't at the same time. So she just came from...
She just came? She came?
Oh, she sure did.
About fucking time. I've been waiting the whole goddamn game. Shit.
Oh man.
Fuck.
So now the next RNG section, gonna see how many times it takes to get into that pumpkin. And that's one. Second try. Again, that's really not that bad. Just one reset there is probably a couple seconds time loss, not a huge deal. The biggest time loss to RNG is going to be towards the end of the game, where you have to wait for a horse. Usually takes, I don't know, it could take anywhere between like 5 seconds and 50 seconds. It's pretty fickle, so we'll see what happens. But in the meantime, we can go visit our boy Black Valiant. I'm gonna throw him a bone. He's a good boy. For whatever reason, he barks at us here. And we give him a bone, he speaks English, just like any other regular human and any other anthropomorphic animal that we've seen all throughout this game. So, moral of the story, if you see a big black dog in a King's Quest game, throw it a bone. It works in King's Quest 4, it works in this game. They seem to not mind you afterwards. Obviously a direct corollary to real life. It always works in real life, you should try it. So you talk to him, lets you take his medal, gives you a big ol' lick on the face. And you give him a noogie. Walk over here, give the medal to the Weeping Widow. I forget her name, she actually has a name. And then she just sort of, you know, phases through the wall, because that's normal. Just kind of, you know, no big deal. Now we need to go over here to the pumpkin, where these no good troublemaker kids are always causing trouble. This time he's chasing around the cat with a thing of firecrackers. You get one for yourself. If you're really fast, you can do this with only one explosion.
What happened, Lumo? Why weren't we fast? What's going on?
My PC runs too fast, so I usually takes 2 for me.
That's an excuse that I've, you know.
It is an excuse. However, for the first time in my entire life on RollinDeepMarathon.com/subscribe,
Rollin Deep Marathon.
I only got 1 explosion. You saw it here first, fam.
Only 1 explosion. Blast you, son.
Only
Bombing
1 blast you.
Dropping the bomb. Blast you, son.
Then we gotta give that guy head, and then we're off to clouds.
Wow! Wait, what did you just say? We're giving him head? What's going on?
Yeah, I mean, that's the whole reason we broke into the crypt there, man, to get his skull, his head, out of his tomb, and then we give the Headless Horseman his head back.
I guess she was just looking for some head, I guess. What the hell is going on in this game? And not even goddamn fucking... Chuck Brody has something to say about that.
He's
What the
just
hell?
speechless. He's beside himself. He doesn't know what to say.
He hasn't got an explanation for me. I'm waiting for it.
He's just in shock and awe right now.
This gameplay.
It's just flawless right now. It's too good. It's too good. He doesn't even know what he's seen.
Nope. Don't know what I'm saying. No clue.
Chuck, aren't you proud of me? I got 1 explosion.
Oh man, you're top tier now. World
Top.
record incoming.
Top tier.
You're on your road to Rosie Bag and popcorn.
Yeah, that'll be the day.
Be the day.
So we go up here, hop on this log, grab some ambrosia, shimmy our way up. Down the mountain again. And then this basically just turns into he said, she said, fetch quests, running errands around the whole game. This is the longest
Said,
chapter
she
in the
said,
game.
oh shit.
What's up?
Oh, nothing.
Oh, okay. Good.
We are definitely high in the clouds with this fucking game right here. We're fucking in the clouds. Right now.
I told you, man. Told you. It's a fucking trip in the house.
Yeah,
Wait till you
this,
see the last fucking part, or the last chapter. You just gotta look at the character's facial animation.
There are rainbows. There are fucking clouds. This is like.
yeah, out of all the games, this is definitely the acid
down
trip.
a rainbow right now. She just slid down a rainbow.
She's riding rainbows, man.
I'm like on my second old English here. I'm not riding on rainbows. What makes her so special?
Oh, you gotta have a few for that, bud.
All right. I'll head to the store and make it happen. His name's not Edward. The fuck?
It is not Edward. Not as far as I know.
What is his fucking name?
Chuck, do you know? I just think it's called the Doctor.
Mort Cadaver.
Mort Cadaver.
There you go. More cadaver.
Mm-hmm.
Of course it would be. So you go and you talk to the three fates. They tell you something or other, and you go have a dream. And then in your dream, you see that lady encased in ice. And you have to go free her. So now you have to go get a. Well, you gotta go talk to Ceres first, free her, and then you go into Melicia's house, get a little crystal, and we're gonna use that crystal to melt the ice, and break out that goddess. So this is the second, or I guess the only other chapter where there is a clip that we know of that would save time if you could get it reliably. But it's pretty difficult. I've only gotten it like a couple of times in runs.
But it's your clip, man.
I
You
guess.
should have it down. You should have it on lock right now.
You would think, right? You would think I did. Not today. Can't get it today. Wasting time on it. I don't think I had the angle right. Didn't have the angle of the dangle.
You're never gonna achieve greatness in your life unless you can get that.
Yeah, you know, it takes more than only getting one explosion. You gotta get that angle.
Alright,
It's all about that
that makes
angles.
up for it, man. That makes up for it.
Alright, so next instance of RNG, just like Rosella had to go into Melicia's house to go pilfer something, so do we as Valenice. This time we're going to steal a crystal from her lamp. Odd, I know, but whatever. So, no dogs whatsoever in this run. We got really, really lucky. Normally when you go back to this screen here, Cuddles, Melicia's dog, will be barking or not. If it's not barking, then it's safe to go inside the house. If it is barking, you'll be caught if you attempt to climb in through the floor there. But Melicia and Cuddles are always home anyway, so I don't really know the difference.
She literally comes home to powder her nose
Yeah.
and to talk to her dog.
Oh yeah. So you switch off main characters, kind of like you play a few different characters in this game, right? You play
Pretty
like
much,
the younger teen version of some slut, and then you play this older lady, and you just get it down.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
Why the fuck is that poodle getting fucking dragged around? What the fuck, man?
You know, man, that's just how she shows love to her little old pooch Cuddles.
It's like, alright, you're fucking cute. Come with me.
So we played Metal Gear Valenice, and we snuck into Militia's house again.
That
Stole a
secret
crystal.
hideout has been fucking found more than fucking my mom's vagina. This is crazy. This is fucking outrageous. That shit's like on the fucking display. It's just right out there. God damn it.
Ah, fucking damn it.
Poodle needs to go to Falderall so he can live a full life. Yeah, probably. Living with Fifila Yip Yap, he probably would have a good life, honestly.
They'd probably become sentient and start talking to people and tell everyone how bunch of a bitch Militia is.
So now we charge the crystal with some kind of light energy. We're going to use that to free... I don't even know that lady's name. Some kind of god.
I don't know. Tits McGee or some shit.
Yeah, that's probably right. About that...
I mean, Jam's not here to confirm anything, so...
Yeah, we need Jam for all the names.
This is perfect for him, too.
God damn it, Jam.
The one of the lead designs for this game also was on all of the Leisure Suit Larry projects, so that's why there's little subtle sexual innuendos and whatnot, and why all the women are big-breasted.
Yep. I should... Maybe next year I'll show you guys the whole heptology of that.
Leisure Suit Larry is a fun time.
It might not be safe for Twitch, but...
Exposed chestises, breastises.
Oh, there are. Start from
Mab.
pixels and then they're completely fucking exposed.
Her name's Mab, apparently.
Oh wow, she is fucking sorceress.
I'm the captain now. So they spun me up a dream catcher. There's the horse early. I don't know if that's good luck or bad. We've yet to decide still. So they spun me up a dream catcher to go see Alibaba. And use the dream catcher to catch this nightmare. And they use a total canned scream there that's in like a whole bunch of other media.
Ron's dead, dude. You better reset.
Yeah, I know, right? I'm surprised there wasn't a Wilhelm scream in any of these games, to be honest. So we talked to Alibaba and show him the dream catcher with Nightmare in it. He's like, "You fool, what have you done?" And he spins us up this magic carpet.
He straight up snubs you in the first time you talk to him.
Yeah, he's like, "Bro, we don't need your kind here."
I said, "Bitch, get your daughter over here. I'll talk to you."
So we go over to this dreamland. So there's another nightmare. The only way to fight a nightmare is with another nightmare. Luckily, we have one.
In one instance, also, you take your hand off the clothes, otherwise it'll just straight up bum rush you.
Yeah. And you apparently fall a million miles and scream really, really loudly.
Ah!
Yeah, just like that. And
Both
here we come
ladies
and
scream quite
we
a
come
bit.
save Mab. Use our little electrical crystal, melt the ice. And this is gonna be the end of chapter 5. She's like, "Yo, bro, what's going on? My magic carpet that was just spun up for me, and it's already betrayed me." So she gives this bridle. And now, the true test of whether your run is a good run, of course, comes in at the very, very end. I'm gonna come up here, and now we have to
Hell
bridle
yeah.
that white horse.
2 hours and 50 minutes in. Let's go.
This is the make it or break it moment, honestly.
Yep.
All right, start counting.
Moment RNG. I love it.
Just wait for the horse to show up. That's all you can
Because it
do.
wouldn't be King's Quest without a fucking wait.
Yep. Uh-huh. And this is random. It's either, you know, a couple seconds or a minute. Just kind of shows up eventually.
way, the horse that shows up is.
That was about 34 seconds. That's not very good. And that's the end of chapter 5. So now these two troll kings are rolling on each other, having a good time. Oh, but wait, one of them is actually Edgar. How about that?
Hey, he had to come back somehow.
And what do you know? He's a handsome hunk.
What a guy.
Oh, yeah.
If it's bad, do you need to start from King's Quest 1? If you're doing the whole collection, yes, but if you're just running this game, you would just start over with this game alone. I think there's a lot more, particularly King's Quest 3, that's gonna decide if your collection run is a good run rather than the horse. But the horse is definitely I'd say it's the second biggest deciding factor in terms of RNG.
Neither of us have really ironed the time down to the horse really being a huge deciding factor.
Yeah, it's not really there yet. There's a lot of inconsistencies throughout all of the games, and it's just so hard to be on point through all 7 of them. As different as they are, it's tough to transition between them, and we're not quite to memes done quick type level of play probably. So
Yeah. We like to keep it casual after all.
exactly, trying to have fun with my speed games, not trying to lose 10 years off my life.
Grind till your eyes are crossed.
Not trying to have a nub left,
Yeah.
So record is about 4 minutes ago, which is kind of to be expected. Record was pretty decent. Didn't have any huge blunders and had
Like-
relatively good RNG.
Like 17 minutes ago, Kappa.
Yeah. If you wanna go simultaneous, it's 17 minutes ago. If you go sequential, it's about 4 minutes ago. Simultaneous and sequential meaning whether or not you are allowed to play multiple games at the same time.
In
Like
different
during
orders.
that boat ride, say you're not doing anything there, that would mean that you're allowed to play another one of the games at the same time, and let that one just wait it out. We haven't really totally ironed out all the rules, but so far what we have going is you're not allowed to actively be controlling 2 different games at the same time. As long as one game is waiting and the main character is not moving, you're allowed to play a different game.
That sounds convoluted. That's because it is.
That's because we have no better way to describe it, honestly.
We need to
The whole
clarify.
reason for that rule is to circumvent the 13-minute wait in the boat, basically. And there's no other real good way that we have to describe it yet.
It's enough of a route change, I think, to differentiate them.
And so, apparently Edgar knows magic, and he tried to zap Militia, and she decided to zap him back, and then we turned her into a baby.
Everyone's happy at the end of the game.
Yeah. At Unlinked2, time is, or whoever is dealing with the timer, time is coming up real soon. So we got Cuddles here, he's sniffing his owner. He's like, what's going on here? And then we turn him into a cute little puppy. Yep. And then he hops off, does his own thing.
Okay, that's pretty
And
standard.
time is coming up,
in any
3,
game.
2, 1, that is time.
GG.
Time is the last possible action, either letting Edgar's soul escape there or giving him the cat's 9th life and saving his life.
Valanice, I cannot thank
I
you
let his
enough.
soul escape low
You have not
percent.
only saved our world, you have given us back our greatest treasure, our son.
Your son? Edgar? You know our son?
Well, you see, I was stolen
I
as
think
a
RPG
baby
went
by
to
an
the store
evil
to get
fairy
her
named Lumophile. She
Oh,
twisted my
no, I'm
body
here.
and tried to
No,
twist
it
my
was
a-
mind.
Oh, there we
It
go.
was a
All right,
solid
all right.
run.
Somehow I knew I was
No,
not
that
her
was a
son.
solid run, man. Thanks
Then
for
Rosella
We in there.
appeared.
showing up.
I knew she
Rolling
was
up.
special. She released me from my
Up ne-
slavery
we
to
do
the
have
road.
Justin
I
Man
went home
and
to
set
Etheria.
that up, but
We were
thanks for
so
rolling in.
happy.
Hell
The
yeah.
whole
Both
kingdom was
of you,
overjoyed.
Justin Man
We held
and
a ball in our son's honor.
Chuck Grody holding it down.
A
Dagger.
boy vanished from the gardens on the night of the party. We were
Very,
crushed.
very much appreciated
We set off
because
to search for him
having
immediately.
somebody
Now I know it was
there
all
with you,
part
I
of
mean,
Militia's evil plot.
deep.
Hell yeah, man. It was a fun time. It was a good time, and having you around to
Something
you know,
went
bounce some
terribly
BS off
wrong
was
with you, my
was also
sister.
interesting.
Let
How
us
much
start over
cushion
again,
room do you
shall
have
we?
in the schedule?
Are you trying to show something off?
Yeah, there's just like a
Rosella,
couple of funny things that we
it
could
was
do in the
I
meantime
who
while someone
lured
else
you
sets
into
up.
this
Mhm.
world. I
See,
kidnapped you. I know you can never forgive me.
how long is it gonna
Please,
take?
let me
Let me
assure
I'm
ask
I'm
you
just saying,
that.
like, I
Not in
have
my right
filler
mind.
if
I would
you
never
guys
have done that had I
like
known.
have room for that.
I know you have,
Edgar,
but like
would
is
you
it
show
5
me the
minutes
sights of
long? Is it
Etheria?
10 minutes? Like I need to
After
know.
all, it's
Like
I could
what
do
I
like
came
5
for.
minutes of stuff, yeah.
Because it's quite possible you could probably just do that.
All right.
But I want to I want to kind of confirm with Justin Man the next runner because he's up next.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if Justin Man's ready to go, and you know he's chomping at the bit, then he's good to go. I was just like
That's
offering.
that's
if you
really
need
the
more
only
time.
question. Like
You've been
if
in my
Justin
heart
Man's okay with
since the
that,
day I
that's
first
fine.
saw you.
Because we're up next, like me, Joe, and
Rosella.
Connor up after that. So
Yeah.
that's kind of up to him.
May I have the honor of
And I don't want it
calling you?
because I'm not trying to cut him off if he wants to just if he has like a busy schedule. But I think he might be okay with that. So. No, he doesn't. So go ahead and go ahead, just show it off.
All right. So there's a song at the end of this. You don't need to hear it. It's not that great, in my opinion. Anyway, moving on. So first thing that I like to show is a little. Oh, hold on here. If you try to run the AGI version of the game, what is going on? There we go. So if you run the copy protection and you fail the copy protection, it tries to say that you pirated the game and this is what you get normally.
Illegal shit going on here. What's going
Yeah,
on?
exactly.
Someone call the cops.
To verify your legal. Whoa.
Don't copy that floppy.
Pirate butt
Yo,
pirates.
ho, ho.
You have been suspended because you are a butt pirate. Yo ho ho.
Exactly. So then one of the other fun things that I really like to show off is only in the AGI version. They specifically added this only in the AGI version after the SCIs were already out, and you know this is what Chuck was talking about, how like people who didn't have the fastest computers or whatever needed this AGI version in order to actually play the game. So this is like way scaled down in terms of the graphics and complexity and all that stuff. So they put in this little Easter egg. If you go back into the dungeon that you were held in at the very beginning of the game, and you type in rap KQ, you get this little breakdancing section.
Oh, she's breaking it down.
Rosella just busts it out, and
Busting them.
you get this hot rap up at the top of the screen, and it's affected by the speed of the game as well. So it's really amusing to watch different game speeds. But
FPS is going on here.
So yeah, it's a good time, and
The game's already a sight to see. I like that.
But yeah, so this was back when Sierra and King's Quest was the peak of PC gaming. I believe it was the highest selling franchise in history at that point, since it's been toppled, but I believe as it was back then, it was the highest selling game franchise ever. our series at the time. So they're pretty proud of that,
crazy.
and they shoved this little Easter egg in there, which was pretty neat.
Well, they shoved it in there actually because of, well, if you read it, it's because she was forcing them to make a version that they
Right.
probably didn't want.
Right, but I'm
Yeah.
adding to the fact that it was
just
at one
give
point in
them
time
left,
very, very
go!
successful.
Yeah, true.
So there's some cool Easter eggs hidden throughout all the games. That's probably my favorite one out of all of them. There's another cool thing that you can do in King's Quest 2, like we were talking about with the alternate
boy.
words you can use to mean certain things. There are basically a library or a dictionary of certain words that all have the same meaning. So you could say like lady or mermaid or her or whatever, all those things. Like when you're talking to the mermaid in the beginning. So you see there's grandma here hanging on the bed. You can say, you know, talk grandma. It says grandma's very weak. Her voice wavers. She says, "Good day, kind sir. I would like to offer you a cup of tea, but as you can see, I am ailing." You know, so she's sick in bed. You feel bad for grandma.
grandma.
So an alternate word for grandma is I gotta remember this one. I think it's that. And that also functions as the word grandma. It gives you the same exact response. So yeah, this is another of Al Lowe's little Easter eggs that he hid in there, or we're assuming anyway. And it's throughout all the games. There's various random things hidden about. What else is good? There's just after this. Shoot. Wait a minute. What the heck? Oh, this is fine. This is fine, right? I think this is okay. I think
This is fine.
yeah, it still works, right? I think it still works.
I don't know.
Okay. We're gonna find out.
Oh, the monk.
Yeah.
Did you finally test that?
Nah, I think the shop's open, right? No, it's not. Okay, so we gotta go all the way back to this. That's after door 2. Oh, here we go. This is a good one. I didn't know which file would work out. Alright, so there's this little hole up at the top here. It says, "Oh no, this is as bad as can be. Upon looking into the hole, you believe to see an incredibly blatant plug for another Sierra 3D animated adventure. Hang on." So they just
3D.
stuck in a little advertisement for Space Quest 1, the Syrian Encounter, which is another one of their series of quest games. There's King's Quest, Space Quest, Quest for
Another
Glory,
series?
and Police Quest.
Quest for Glory,
Yep.
the Horries, whoa.
So they just straight up throw an advertisement for another one of their games inside this game. They do a couple other as well. I think they talk about a Leisure Suit Larry game. Also, you can say vulgar things like in King's Quest 4, you can like say, you know, like take off dress or undress or whatever, and they'll say like, "What do you think this is? A Leisure Suit Larry game?" Just basically jabbing at the players being perverts and whatnot. In 3, you also can look behind the curtain, and I think there's one there as well. There's like a tapestry in your bedroom. Yeah.
This is back to 3. We're back to 3.
Yeah, back to 3. So you lift at the bottom of the tapestry, peer behind it. The wall is filled with cracks. You can see why Manannan would hang a tapestry here. There are also dozens of charcoal scribbled drawings, diagrams, maps, and notes to the programmers with the legend King's Quest IV. But you're you're uninterested in this since presently your hands are full with King's Quest III. You lower the tapestry and smooth out the wrinkles. So this is basically saying they're already planning on releasing a 4. They're working on 4 in the middle of 3. So they just have like hints and nods towards all their other games within the games, and I just find that personally really fun and interesting. They also make jabs at themselves and whatnot. So that's about all the fun stuff that I have. So if Justin Man's ready to go, unless you have anything else that I missed, Chuck. There's the bottle and the whale, but that's not too exciting.
There's the bottle and 4, but not really. Yeah, not much coming to mind. There's a lot of stuff like that in Leader Solaire as well.
Mm-hmm.
So that's King's Quest.
I guess I don't have a save at the whale in this one. I think I did one in the SCI. Yeah, there you go. Oh, the bottle's only in the AGI version, it looks like. I don't see the bottle here.
What, an SCI?
Yeah.
It's floating there by the skeleton.
Oh, it automatically gives you the bottle.
Back inside the whale.
And it automatically gives you the note too.
Body.
Hey, I need help here. The wicked Horn King has had me thrown into his dungeon. If I don't get out here, then the evil will rule the world in the Black Cauldron. So there's a plug for one of their other games, the Black Cauldron.
Wow, a
I
plug!
believe you can read it multiple times and there's a different message each time.
Is that a thing?
Yeah, I believe, pretty sure. I haven't done that in a long time.
Oh
so
yeah, there you go. Drug dealers are terrorizing the city of Lighton. I need a partner to put away these bad guys in police quests. Like I said, there's another one.
They were not.
I see a beautiful mermaid in King's Quest 2, but she won't help me. Tell me what to do.
They're basically making fun of the people that called the helpline.
Yeah. Anybody out there? I heard a condor drop this bottle in the nearest ocean to beg for help with King's Quest 1. Help me fight this fire-breathing dragon. I didn't know you could read it more than once and got different things. I only ever read it the one time.
TIL.
Help me, I'm lost at sea in King's Quest 3 with a bunch of nasty pirates who want to feed me to the sharks. If you can, come quick.
Butt pirates.
Butt pirates. Come quick.
Come quick.
Sludge Vohall is holding me prisoner in Space Quest 2. Help me out of this jam. Oh, this is a good one. I'm a little kid and my name's Tommy. I'm having trouble with Old King Cole and Humpty Dumpty and Mixed Up Mother Goose. Come and help me. Mixed Up Mother Goose was another really fun Sierra game that I played a lot as a kid.
You should learn to speedrun it. It's a riot.
Actually, yeah. Let's do that. Let's do that, Chuck. Alright. Best of luck to Justin Mann on his Rollin Deep run. Spark it up, my dude.
Rollin